You could hear that in the hall?
Yeah, of course we could. Yeah, why were y'all going at it?
Trying to get down a couple more songs for the band, just cycle out some of the old ones because people have seen us play enough, and I'm getting bored with them. So Chloe and I were going through a song, and I can't. He already knows I can't play, and it takes me a long time to even get close. I got no talent, and I got no rhythm, and that gets in the way.
Of playing guitar. So what was the argument about, though?
I just kept trying to get down the rhythm, and finally he goes, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, I mean, y'all were screaming.
I mean, he tried to spin it.
Yeah. Is it one of those, "You're an idiot"? Ooh.
Oh, no. Hey, somebody just came in and said that. Get out of here.
But they're gone now.
Shoosh. Let me see. And I'm going, at least I'm getting closer.
Yeah. You are getting.
And I threw out, he goes, "Well, I've been playing for a long time." I've never seen him get pissy. Were you drinking last night?
I was just on medication, and I apologize. It's just one of those type things when you start playing something 8 different ways. I'm like, just stick to one way.
I was trying to figure out which was the easiest way to play it because I can't really do real chords. I got to figure out a cheat so I can get past it.
And he was helping you.
Yeah. Trying.
You were not encouraging. And I don't believe calling me an idiot is going to further our friendship.
But it's just, there's some... I kind of know your limitations, what you can do, and sometimes you try to do something that you really can't do. I understand you go to fiddle around with it and try to figure out maybe another way, but if you figure out a way it works, does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds good. And then 10 minutes later, you're trying something else in it's the same thing in a different way.
And then he throws out, "I've been playing for years. Just take my advice." Well, all you can play is Van Halen. I went, "Well, at least I got 20 or 30 songs down." He goes, "Well, at least I can play Van Halen."
Way to go, Chloe.
Yeah, I was mad up pretty bad last night, so.
I don't believe I wanted to look at you.
He's trying to help you. He's in there trying to mentor you. It's frustrating if you tell somebody to do something, do it that way, and then 5 minutes later you're doing something different.
I don't believe calling me names is going to work out.
You do it to us every day.
And I believe I heard you call him a name or two.
Chloe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Well, you could have one in the family someplace.
Why don't you two not do guitar lessons after work anymore?
That's the only time we have to practice.
It doesn't seem to do well for you, your relationship.
That was the first time we really had any type of rub. Well, and he knows I struggle with it.
Why? But that's why it gets frustrating, because he knows you struggle. He teaches you a way to do it, and 5 minutes later you're doing something else. Go back to what he shows you and do it that way.
Because most of the time it's productive. But on certain songs...
Now, on certain songs, I've been right the way that we should play it.
I'll give you that. Or sometimes you'll find a different version. I think with my thing, it was just taking a little bit long to get there.
What song were you guys working on? Anything specific?
Simply Irresistible.
How many chords is that?
3.5. That and a whole lot of Rosie.
Okay.
And the rhythm on Simply Irresistible is hard for me because it's not just a straightforward whatever.
Yeah, it stops and starts many times.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, that's the way the song goes. Pick a different song. Pick something that goes boom, boom.
I got close, and it wasn't close enough for Chloe.
Because he was trying to help you, and you're changing it.
It's going to take me a while to get it down, and if I can't get it down, then I'll bail on it. But don't call me names.
Oh, like it hurt your feelings.
There was no need. And as many different things as I've helped Chloe out with, including employment, I don't think I would call me an idiot. Well, that's just me talking.
The ultimate power play. Don't call me names. I'll have you destroyed.
I didn't make any threats.
No.
I just listened to the input, got called names.
Oh, please. You act like you were beat up as a child in this moment. Stop it. He just called you an idiot for changing things that he was telling you to do.
And initially, he didn't even say it that loud. I had to go, what?
One of those under the breath.
Well, yeah, I turned and went, well, what about if I try it this way? You're an idiot. What'd you say?
I said, you try it that way.
Some guy come in the room and said that, and I shoofed him out.
Drugs, shut up.
At least when Everett's showed me things in the past, he's had patience, and he would see me get frustrated, and he goes, it's going to take you time. And he would watch me struggle with something for half an hour. Never called me no bad
Well,
news.
I've seen Chloe work with you, too, and also we have a lot of patience.
But Everett gets to leave at 7 o'clock, and then he don't come back for another week.
Okay. Well, that doesn't make any difference.
Well, but I understand there's something to be said for a respite. Some type of mental refractory period.
Week's not very long, you know.
But Everett's always been encouraging.
Well, I've seen you from the very beginning. We went and bought your first guitar together, and you didn't know how to play at all. Well, no.
Why are you laughing now, Chloe?
Nothing, I don't.
Well, no, it's just cool to see your progression as years pass.
According to Eddie Van Dick over here, I haven't made any progression.
Well, you just...
Yes, you have.
Oh, you just right in the middle of it last night. You're an idiot.
You call everybody else names on a daily basis.
Not off the air.
Sometimes.
That's after something's happened.
Okay, well, something had happened here. He tried to teach you something, and you wouldn't listen. That's an idiot.
I know what my limitations are, and sometimes I have to change things.
He apparently thought he taught you something. And it gets frustrating if you're...
Oh, well, yeah, I learned a lot last night.
You guys sitting here during the break sometimes, and you play guitar, and he helps you out. I've seen him do it. I've seen him have patience. One time, he loses it.
And now he wants to hide it under the guise of, oh, I was doped up.
He is on a new medication. I do know that.
What are you on?
Some sort of chewable...
Histamine.
Histamine stuff.
Does it make you jittery?
Oh, bad. Oh, bad. Especially that with a combination of the...
What are some of the other symptoms? Turning on your friends?
No.
Being two-faced? Backstabber?
No.
Tourette?
It just came out.
I tried to say it really quiet in my head, but sometimes they just burst.
And initially I wanted to laugh because it was funny just to watch him look down at his guitar like I couldn't hear him. You're an idiot.
And then you realize he was talking about you.
Yeah.
What the hell's he talking about?
That's pretty...
Well, I know he just didn't call a Stratocaster an idiot, so it's got to be me. I'll practice by myself.
No, I still want to help. I apologize for that first.
You want to be detrimental to my progression. You want to tear me down.
No, I do not. Oh, my gosh. No, don't. If you're going to take it that way...
All right, you spin it for me then.
I'm just saying, I'm just a moment of just...
Truth?
No.
Honesty. Clarity.
Straightforwardness.
Just a little frustration.
Epiphany. Hey, something just flashed on me. Yeah? You're an idiot.
I knew I'd get there eventually.
Because you are getting better. And granted, some of the ways that you figure out stuff, I'm like, wow, I never would have thought of that. However, in a good way.
You could say the same thing for how a retard bags groceries.
I never would have done it that way.
Yeah, normally I would actually put it in the bag.
Yeah.
But look at the money we're saving.
What are my eggs on the floor?
Russ is right, though. Chloe, you forever sullied the mentor-protege relationship between the two of you.
Oh, shut up, Everett.
It's true. Oh, shut up, Trent Holm.
Good Lord. I remember before the band started, you would get terribly frustrated with him when he was just trying to learn one song.
When was that?
I don't remember Everett ever crawling up my ass.
No, I never
crawled up
have.
your ass, but he would get frustrated with you.
That's nonsense. I almost said another word.
I don't remember that incident.
I don't either.
Of course you don't.
Oh. But go with me on this. I'm not going to forget some incident where somebody loses their patience with me. Had Everett done that, I'd have bookmarked that. JD, for instance.
Oh, God.
Hit me in the chest.
Oh, God.
March of 1989 in front of Starplex.
Dear Lord, let that go.
Last night at 7:52, Flo called me an idiot.
It's not like you haven't done it to us.
2 years ago, Trey, you threatened to kill me.
No.
Well, that's when you fessed up to it.
Yeah, no, it was 5 years ago.
Well, I'm talking about, I didn't know initially that you wanted to kill me. You told me later.
He actually planned it. Am I right?
Yeah, 5 years was the start of the planning. That's when that happened. And then 2 years ago was when you...
Yeah, I wasn't privy to the planning.
Well, you can't be, otherwise sometimes it doesn't work.
Well, what I'm saying is it happened 2 years ago when he told me. We got different timekeepers.
I understand.
His started the day he wanted me dead.
Mm-hmm.
Mine started the day that I found out.
He came up with a plan.
So what point were you trying to make, Trey?
I never said Everett lost his, or like called you a name or anything, but I do remember Everett getting frustrated.
I don't recall.
I don't recall that either. Maybe it happened, but I don't recall it.
Now, I know JD does on a daily basis because I practice during the breaks.
Yes, you do. I wouldn't mind so much if it was A, on key for the most part, or B,
well,
a whole song.
Some of these...
You hit the same chords over and over and
some
over.
Some of these guitarists, I don't know why, they'll change... what is that thing you stick on the neck of the guitar to change the...
capo.
Yeah. That actually goes at the very end of the neck, and it change. What does that change?
It changes the key and the length of the strings to where you could, like, a singer could sing it better.
That was the other one we were working. I was trying to get down Footloose.
Okay.
And I guess Kenny Loggins likes to use a capo at the end of his guitar, so everything's slightly off. It's like, dude, it came from the factory one way. Why you got to be a dick and change things around?
Because I wrote the song. I can play it any way I want to. What?
Then learn something else.
It's his song.
But if you got to throw a capo on, or like, I think it's the Rolling Stones, they do a drop D tuning.
I think they may, yeah.
Leave the strings alone.
Well, it's our music. We'll do it every way we want to. You're copying.
Well, you know what? If you can't play and you got to change the rules and readjust the strings to fit your needs, maybe you shouldn't be on stage. And as a result, I got to learn the song in a different way.
Yeah, they've all made millions of dollars making it very unique.
Well, it's a sham.
You haven't even touched on the 12-string guitars.
Oh, jeez. What's the reason to add another 6 on there? Oh, I've mastered this. Let's add another half dozen on here. Can't play a guitar without even 12 strings?
Oh, my God.
It's a tuning nightmare, too.
I hate that instrument.
No, you don't. You love it. You play it all the time. You don't just play it to irritate me.
I do. I think there may actually be something to what Russ said as far as hating the guitar, because we all know if Russ really despises or dislikes something, he just loves to just focus on it and just bear in on it.
The only reason I've stayed with the guitar is because, John, you don't like
I
it.
hate it. No, you've got
Why drop that out of my arsenal?
You've got a great, beautiful house. You can practice there.
You're not at my house.
Believe me, you get enough irritation my direction without the guitar. In fact, you're way over the top. The peg is at 140.
That's without the guitar?
That's without the guitar.
Hell yeah.
Is it like a new high score?
On the irritation meter, yes.
Yeah. Slow, get me a 12-string guitar.
Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God.
Go to Guitar Center.
I'm actually getting a headache.
Get one of those guitars with the dual necks.
Oh, my God.
Oh, kind of like, what's his name?
Claude,
The guy from Cheap
help.
Trick.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You just said you hate the guitar. I agree. It's an evil thing.
Maybe that's been my issue. I've only been playing a guitar with one neck.
Yeah, that's what you need. Someone
Clearly,
strength in
JD,
one
his hate
neck.
for you
is
long surpasses his dislike of the guitar.
Clearly. Oh, my God. I'm seriously getting a headache. That's not funny.
Get me one tomorrow.
Okay. You know, I mean, 12-string wouldn't be as annoying as you trying to play.
I don't want the 12-string. Give me a guitar with 2 necks.
Oh, 2 necks, okay.
I don't even care if they're shooting in the same direction.
Ambidextrous guitar.
We're even to start playing in tune now.
Give me one that looks like an L.
That would be unique.
Well, then when you blow a song, somebody's going to look at that and go, well, no, it's got to be hard to play. How long before we need a break? All right. Anything else before we get started?
Oh, plenty of stuff here. Hold on. Russ, JD can't be serious about trying to sue the station. He had the dogs on Gavin even before he'd been to a doctor. I'm pretty sure any jury would see him as just trying to make some money off of this deal. No, I'm sick, and the station got me sick, and this is a toxic environment, and they should have sent me home, and any other company anywhere would have cleared this building, fumigated it, and sent everybody home.
Now they just turn on an exhaust fan and tell you to sit back.
They finally put the
desk.
exhaust fan in. Yeah, we have an exhaust fan, but it's actually in the truck. It's not plugged in.
What happened?
You know how they cleared out the sales area on the other side of the building?
Oh, sure.
We're going to turn that into like a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
David Henry had him yank up the carpet, even though I told him not to.
Okay.
Because if the band's going to play in there, you want the carpet to deaden the sound.
Absolutely.
He pulls up the carpet and decides he's going to polish the concrete. So they're getting all the glue off the floor with some type of caustic material. Coming through the walls. Gets all up in JD's lungs. He goes outside. His face is noticeably more swollen. He goes outside and yaks.
I was
really
dizzy. My eyes were bloated and shut the next morning. I mean, it was very, very serious.
So JD's already had the frankles. I think it was Scott. Crawl up Gavin's hoot.
Well, understandably so. You clearly have a cause of action.
I'm just thinking anybody else, anywhere, any major corporation anyway, would have sent everybody home, cleared the building, done something other than, go get some fresh air. But David Henry was like, go outside, get some fresh air. Come back in and sit at your desk that's in the zone.
Well, that can only endear them to the jury.
Them?
Yeah.
And Gavin actually apologized, which I would say...
That's the first thing that you don't do, right?
Well, right, because that's an admission of liability. You don't apologize if you haven't done something wrong.
He's already done that.
Yeah. And Trey heard that, so now you've got somebody to back that up.
And here's the weird...
John, tell Everett how much you're suing the station for.
$10 million.
Excellent. Hope you get every penny.
Yeah. Because it's a weird twist of fate. I got the Reverend Don Stewart. The prayer cloth I got.
Yeah?
I got it. I sent it back on Saturday. This happened Monday.
You're so lucky.
I know.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah.
Jesus give you lung cancer.
And some cash.
I got a new email from the Reverend this morning. You got Don Stewart. JD. Maybe better with music. This is a real... Look, Dan, look at that. It actually came from Reverend Don Stewart.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, personalized. He says JD right there on it.
What kind of music you want?
Nice, soft, gentle stuff, because it's about a dream. JD, this morning I woke up at 2:37 a.m. I've been dreaming. I usually don't remember my dreams unless it's one God is giving me. What is that? Oh, it's not that kind of a dream. In my dream, I saw some people looking through their purses and their wallets. Then I saw a few others look at their bank statements and shake their heads. I began to recognize some of them. They were my partners. JD, I believe you were one of them. Then I could see a dark cloud almost covering them. That's when I awoke, and God said, I want you to pray for these selected partners. And he gave me a Bible verse, Scripture, Isaiah 45:3. I will give you the treasures of darkness and the hidden riches of the secret places. I will agree.
So you're going to live in a black lung, but you got $10 million.
That's it. Here's the PS I like. I'm not telling you to sow a seed. That's up to you. I'm just asking you to pray, and if God leads you to sow a seed, then sow it as you feel the need. And then he gives me a link where I can go give him some cash.
Yeah, sow your seed.
It says, click right here. So, literally, sow by clicking here.
Why don't you go to Callaway's and actually mail him some seeds?
There you go, buddy. Ask for it.
What do you have in the way of mustard seed?
He's dreaming of me. This is good. This guy's good.
Well, you knew this was going to... Once they got you as a contact for this green prayer cloth, it wasn't just going to stop at, here's your free cloth. Let God deliver the prosperity that we promised.
I had to send it back.
Stay in touch. Let us know if anything happens.
Send it back with some cash. Whatever you can do.
Did you actually, when you sent it back, the prayer cloth with how much you wanted from God?
Yes.
Did you send him some cash?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Yes. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot.
Why'd you send anything?
Because I wanted to see if it really
Do you think this is like the Publishers Clearinghouse? If you don't subscribe to one of the magazines, you can't win the $10 million?
I sent $100. It's no big deal.
What?
Yeah. Well, and then I got the email. He's dreaming about me. So it's working.
I'd dream about you if you gave me $100 for no good reason.
He doesn't know what you look like. How's he going to have any type of dream about you?
He said he didn't. He recognized some people, but then he believed when you have dreams and God's talking to you.
All he's ever gotten is an email from you and
he says
$100.
I believe you were one of them. In other words, he looked at me and he said, that probably looks like JD, even though I've never really seen him.
He's an apostle.
Yeah, exactly. And they saw the dark cloud and they gave me the Bible verse. I'm good.
He's an ass. Do we need a break?
Oh, all right, so I'm good to go.
JD, I think Russ is right. I think you should go to the Callaways and send him some seeds, just to see what he sends you back,
and a grow light.
So I click it right here. It gives me the link. I'm all good.
God wanted me to sow some hydro.
Oh, bless his name.
I see Jesus every day about 4:20. All right.
I don't want to.
I just sit on it. All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Welcome to the Treehouse, the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Ready, Dan?
Indeed.
Good.
All right. Traffic right now is brought to us by Allstate Insurance and also by Lowe's. In Dallas, 35 northbound at Woodall Rogers. The middle two lanes are closed due to a crash, and hopefully that'll be corrected before rush hour really gets heavy. And in Farmers Branch, the tollway northbound at Spring Valley Road, there's a ladder right in the middle of the tollway. So just keep your eye out for that. Yes, I am, by the way. There's your first check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Dan. All right, clear 59 for the low tonight, mid-70s. Tomorrow we are at 67 currently, live 105.3.
Which clip, Trey?
The Ralph Nader clip.
Why?
Oh, because Everett hadn't heard it. I thought he didn't do it.
Did you see the Shepard Smith thing with Ralph Nader?
No, I haven't seen it. Heard something about it, but I've not seen it.
Ralph Nader. This is his second run for the presidency since he played spoiler in the Close 2000 contest. This year, he's on the was on the ballot in 45 states.
I'm not going to play the whole thing because we've listened to this a few times. Nader never addresses the question that Shepard Smith is very straightforward with.
Okay.
Plus D.C. This year, he was polling about 1%.
Right now, it's just a split screen. You got Shepard on the left and Nader on the right.
Ralph, he spoke to Fox News Radio's Houston affiliate today and said this.
To put it very simply, he is our first African-American president, or he will be, and we wish him well. But his choice, basically, is whether he's going to be Uncle Sam for the people of this country or Uncle Tom for the giant corporation.
Really?
Hack. Who?
Shepard Smith.
It was a different delivery.
It was.
For the people of this country or Uncle Tom for the giant corporation.
Really? Ralph Nader? What was that?
It's very simple. He has gone along with...
It's very simple. Yes. He's black and I asked him to be at home.
Must have had a stroke. Get off the man.
I saw an interview with Nader about a year ago, and whatever happened has happened in the past 12 months. Because you can watch this video. The right side of Nader's face is shot.
Okay.
I Googled it, and people were speculating he's got Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
And actually,
corporate power.
What?
I was going to say, in this clip, when he blinks, only on your left, his right eye blinks. The other one,
his eyes ain't synced up.
From the moment he entered politics in the state senate, voted for the...
That's freaking disturbing. Well, Dan's right. His left eye never blinks. His right eye's on a tear.
Wall Street bailout, supports expanding military budget that is desired by the military-industrial complex. It doesn't really have...
I'm not even hearing what he's saying. I'm just watching it. left eye is obviously on its own.
Frozen.
A tax reform thing for the ordinary fellow in this country. Oppose a single payer, full Medicare.
And that's the only answer that Shepard gets out of it. He brings up the Uncle Tom 2 or 3 different times. Nader goes back and explains why he posed that question. Never repeats the phrase, Uncle Tom, but defends himself all the way up until the end. And finally, Shepard could tell that he's not going to get anywhere with him because, you know what? You've already turned it out to be insignificant in the election.
Yeah.
Is this your way to get attention? Well, you beat me up if you want.
I hate bullies like you. Jump. I can't even see you. I'm looking at a dark camera. What does that got to do with anything? You said it.
Please, like you, I can't see you. You can pull the plug on me. I'm looking in a dark camera.
You said, Uncle Tom, I didn't say it, sir, with respect. I did not say it.
I said that's the question he has to answer. He can become a great president, or he can become a toady for the corporate powers that have brought both parties to their knees against working people in this country and have allowed our country to be hijacked by global corporations who have no allegiance to this country other than to ship its jobs and industries to fascist and communist dictators abroad who know how to keep their workers in their place. This is reality here. This is not show business. It's not celebrity politics. There are people suffering in this country, and we expect a great presidency from Barack Obama, and we're going to try to hold his feet to the fire.
I just wonder if in...
Doesn't get any better with you, does it?
I'm thinking, well, he went with toady this time. That's an improvement. And then this thing, the feet to the fire.
And nobody's jumped on Nader's ass. And it was Trey or JD that brought it up. Maybe he really is that insignificant, even Sharpton doesn't have the time.
Yeah, well, he's obviously old and in failing health.
But anytime that somebody throws out something like that, you really expect Sharpton to come swooping down on him.
Yeah.
And that's got to crawl up Imus's ass every single time. You'll hear that. Lindsay Lohan called Obama a colored president this past weekend. Imus got to be sitting at his ranch going, "Hi."
Because they got something they can take from Imus. This whole guy, what are you going to take from him? What are you going to do? What are you going to accomplish? Other than just...
Well, it's not a matter of what you can take from them. Either what they say is offensive or it's not. Regardless of how much they have to lose, is it doing any damage by being spoken or not?
But you go back to the Reverend Manning thing. Look at the things he said. Nobody got on him either because it's like, whatever. Well, why even bring attention to you? You are so insignificant. Why even talk about it? Reverend Wright, on the other hand...
Manning can get away with it because he's black, and he also has the shield of the pulpit.
It's a God. God told me this. Went right in my ear.
It's always been his escape clause. This ain't coming from me.
These aren't my words.
It's coming from God. I'm just his mouthpiece. If you don't like what's coming out of my mouth, go talk to him. I'm just an emissary.
What is his latest? Have we heard anything since the election?
Oh, yeah. He's started his own political party, an underground movement to resist Obama. Never, should you say, address Obama as president of the United States. He explained that while Barack being the emissary of the devil, that came directly from God. Sure. But as far as his election predictions, that was him as a prophet just stepping out.
Wrong.
Obviously, God wasn't wrong. He just,
he misinterpreted God.
Yeah, he
Everybody's off the hook.
Yeah, he said God wasn't going to let Obama in the White House.
Specifically, those words. It was not going to happen. It's God's will. I'm just telling you what God said.
All right, so if you blew that as far as conveying messages from God, why is it I'm going to put any credence in anything else that comes out of you?
I'm a man. My men make mistakes. God don't make mistakes.
Well, fine.
Well, I'm just another man, just a man. Most of the time,
you're not answering the question.
I got everything else right. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
What'd you get right?
Everything else, other than the fact Obama's in the House.
Well, and I'm still dangerously close to having Manning on. We've talked about this for 8 months, but I think it would just be too much of an irritation.
Hey, I mean, now, Oprah's the Antichrist, and so that's another reason how Obama got elected is he's got the help of the Antichrist.
The devil, okay.
Yeah.
That's a dandy soundbite. Thanks, Trey.
Indeed.
He said it, not me.
You didn't say that till afterwards. Thank you, though.
I said he said.
No, you said Oprah was the Antichrist.
That's his whole deal.
Then That ain't the way it's going to be played back. All right. What was it you're trying to throw at me before the break?
Oh, let me see. What was it? Oh, this David Cross, a comedian. We've always talked about morning DJs being kind of swarmy.
I don't know who that is.
How would you have? He's on Arrested Development.
Don't know what that is.
You'll know his voice anyway. But he went off on morning DJs. He goes, the worst thing in the world. It's cut number. Where am I? 66. It's just funny to hear somebody else say what we've been saying about swarmy morning DJ shows.
The word is smarmy.
Swarmy. Smarmy.
Like he's talking about bees.
That's what he throws out every time. Bunch of what I call it. Swarmy people. All right. What's his name again?
David Cross.
But the worst part about doing clubs is if you're headlining, they fly.
Is this part of an act?
Yes, part of an act.
All right, so it's not an interview.
No.
All right.
You in the night before, and you have to fly in early so that you can get up extra early in the morning the next day and do the morning zoo crew, drive time radio to promote the show, and it's the worst, man. That is a nightmare. Even if it's 15 minutes, it is the worst 15 minutes of your life, always. I don't care if you've been in a shark attack. I would rather... If I was in a shark attack and then they had no anesthetic and they had to heal it up and they sew it up, I'd be like, this sucks. But then if two DJs came in to interview me, I would shoot myself. I'd be like, that's it, I'm done, man. It's the word. Those guys.
And the thing that's even more irritating about these jocks is they don't know. There's no inkling that it's that morning bell ringing. I'm too freaking goddamn happy for the morning. And nobody wants to talk to you.
No, because
and the only reason that the comedians or actors, anybody will come in is because they got to plug something.
Sure, and that's part of the contract. They have to go on the radio and they have to promote it.
And if it's a big actor, A-list,
yeah,
and they're promoting a movie, you can just already mark that movie off your list. They wouldn't be doing interviews unless that thing blew.
Who's the one, the really big star that you got?
Schwarzenegger.
What was it?
It was End of Days.
Oh.
That.
He's doing radio.
Hugh Grant came in the studio. That was, I think it was Joey Blue Eyes.
Oh, God.
That blew. Who was the guy from Babamba? Lou Diamond Phillips. That movie was Bats. Blew.
I remember that one, yeah. But, yeah.
Anytime anybody's in town and it's an A-list actor and they're plugging a movie, it stinks.
And again, they probably have a piece of the action, too. That's why they care enough to go into an actual radio station.
And they're...
Sorry.
Yep.
Done?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're the same everywhere, all across the country. They're all the same two asshole clowns. These guys.
It gets better. He just nails them.
I still got no clue who this guy is.
I sent you a link to a picture of him, if maybe that'll help you.
All right. Kids in the Hall.
No.
What do you want? One of those shows with a lot of people?
Sketch comedies.
Bald-headed has got that.
He was on HBO's Mr. Show with Bob and Dave.
There's something else he's been on. Yeah, I've seen him before. He's bald-headed. He's got a goat.
Black rimmed glasses.
He looks slightly effeminate. I can't think of what else he's been in, but I know who it is now.
It's two nutty guys.
You back up. I don't believe he just picked up a new fan.
Same everywhere, all across the country. They're all the same two asshole clowns. These guys.
It's kind of cathartic to hear somebody else other than me say this.
Yes, and it's so dead on, and it gets better.
And that's one reason I'm not really big on having people come in for interviews is, the first thing they expect is a bunch of swarmy talk.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why they don't understand. A lot of times they're even on with you because your style is so different.
We've had them stop 10, 15 minutes into the interview.
Are we on the air?
Do we start soon? Dude, headphones might. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
All right. We're probably in the middle of this bitch.
Surely we're recording this, right? You're going to edit it down?
Mm-mm. And Tom Wilson from Back to the Future, he was the hardest one to deal with because he's used to dealing with the swarmy morning shows, and you couldn't calm his fat ass down.
A few of them that come in like that.
I like Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, he was cool. Very cool.
He got it and didn't go overboard. Mm-hmm. He was nothing more than a plug whore.
Well,
You let him do that.
go to the trouble of coming to the radio station. Yeah, you're going to plug it and plug it and plug it.
Whose phone was that?
Sounds like yours.
How do you know what mine sounds like?
Because it keeps going off in the studio.
Got an email.
What does it say? Just spin the wheel.
All right, Trey, spin the wheel for me. Make no difference. I ain't doing it. What'd I get?
Kiss off his nipples.
I thought that was a wheel of punishment. You lost any more weight, Alfie?
I'm down to about 290 right now.
What is that total?
About 80.
Are your nipples still as luscious?
They are. But you shouldn't have to do this, though. It's your show.
Seems like that would be some type of bonding moment you'd like with me.
I mean, your phone, you don't
I
have
bet
to
I
do
can get
this.
that all in my mouth.
Remember how big they were?
Yeah.
Round and dark.
Hold me in your arms while you do it.
Okay.
No, you shouldn't have to do this. It was an accident that your phone was on. You know, we all deserve forgiveness every once in a while.
Call me you baby.
This is punishment for him.
Yeah, I know. Alfie's trying to rework this.
Really?
Dude, my phone didn't go off. And I gotta cradle you in my arms while you suckle on my teeth. Show sucks. Crazy morning zoo. We okay, Chloe?
Yes.
Do y'all want to hear the rest of this?
Yes, you do.
And they're the same everywhere, all across the country. They're all the same two motherfucking clowns. You know, these guys. There's all, it's two guys, two nutty guys. You know, they're crazy. You know, and they all have the same Lewinsky jokes they're still telling. 2002, they're telling, and all this shit. And they think it's so clever and funny. It's always two guys with, like, Hawaiian shirts on.
I'm horny for this guy.
This actually gets better, believe it or not.
And none of them pick up on that.
That's because it's the template of the Z100 Morning Zoo. Or
that
whatever.
was back in the late 70s, 80s. That's dead.
It's dead.
And I know that's hard for a lot of people to grasp. Mm-hmm. And don't anybody tell Bo and Jim because they're not going to react well. You got to step beyond that.
It's very similar. I'll let it finish.
Go ahead.
Very similar than the template for morning television. I get up in the morning, I watch every once in a while, watch the morning, and they're all just so damn happy, especially the local ones. Good morning. How you doing? Morning. It's a good morning. Have you had a good day lately? Get off my TV.
You're watching it.
I know. I watch it.
The only reason I watch Good Day is because it was her Megan Henderson.
Yes.
I know, but you got to watch that Tim feller on there with her.
I taped that part of the TV up.
What if they switch camera angles?
I didn't make any difference. I'm not looking at him.
I know. She is hot.
Telling, 2002, they're telling, and all this shit, and they think it's so clever and funny. It's always two guys with, like, Hawaiian shirts on, It's like 6 a.m, and it's like Hawaiian shirts, and you can tell they just did a pound of blow like 4 hours earlier.
You could actually just put this on the web and have it listed as the history of broadcast radio.
Absolutely.
So far, he's covered everything.
Morning.
And especially music jocks, they seem to have a bigger I don't know why, a bigger ego than talk shows.
Yeah, because talk show is more of a just normal people. I mean, we have old air checks where we were a little more.
You gotta raise your energy if you're gonna talk over a rock song.
Y95.
But I always knew that any day I could get popped because all I'm doing is playing 80 songs an hour and I get to talk for 4 or 5 seconds. And those guys still go out on the street with their satin jackets and their name on the front, running around, hoping somebody somewhere is going to recognize them. Somebody's got to recognize it. Got the logo on the back and my name on the front. I'll stand here in line.
You must be Bob from the radio. That's right, little lady.
Why don't you ask me what time it is?
I'll throw you the temperature for free.
Huge Jimmy Buffett fans, you can tell, big parrot heads they are, and, hanging out, and there's always like two guys. There's always this guy. There's this guy who talks like this. He's always named after some kind of animal. He's always the bear.
I don't know what the rest of his act is like. I think I'm only getting something out of this because I can't stand radio
As
people.
well as, the people that come in here, they think that's what they're going to get a lot of times, too.
And don't misunderstand. I like Bo and Jim.
I know you do.
Hung out with them off the air.
Yeah, they're good folks.
That's why I don't want anybody to tell them that radio's changed.
Shocked in the system.
It's going to be something that they're not being able to deal with.
When did it change?
Or the cooter,
Let me back up. We okay, Club?
Yes. Two guys, there's always this guy. There's this guy who talks like this. He's always named after some kind of animal. He's always the bear or the cooter, or whatever. And then there's his partner who talks like this. So it's this guy, and he's always the madman or the crazy doctor.
Sounds a lot like Stevens and Pruitt.
Yeah, it really does. In those days, that was their thing.
But nobody gave Jim Pruitt any grief because he was the gun runner.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, and the talent behind the show.
The what?
Talent. He would write all the stuff. He was the writer, and
he's the one that did all the voices.
All the voices. Yeah, Mark was sort of just the lead. He'd say good morning.
Maybe he had to learn all the different voices just because of aliases.
This is who I am in Arkansas.
Everett, I don't know if you remember it. You remember Stevens and Pruitt?
Oh, sure.
Jim Pruitt owns a gun store now in, is it Houston?
Okay.
He was the one that got busted for gun running.
Really?
He was trying to fly guns back into this country.
Into the country.
He had a malfunction and ended up in a tree upside down.
Wow. I had no idea. Was this, how long after his radio career did he begin running guns?
I think it was during, wasn't it?
It was during.
Yeah.
Why?
He liked guns.
Oh, okay.
And he hung upside down in the plane with his guns until the fellow Raleighs come and got him.
Wow. Whatever became of that?
The GM actually went
Eagle
down.
Management went and got him.
Yeah.
We don't know what they paid.
Did he end up doing any time?
No. For whatever reason, apparently the check was enough that he didn't do time.
Wow. Well, that's pretty exciting.
I guess they caught him on, well, obviously it had to be on the Mexican side of the border. Yeah. The Mexican government wouldn't have gotten him. So there had been no U.S. charges.
Yeah, he got lucky.
I never really played it out that way. If you're going to crash and you're going to have to end someplace, you don't want to do it in this country because these people you can't negotiate with. No. At least down there, you can send somebody down with a nice American Express and everything's handled.
Just imagine hanging there in the tree going, why am I doing it? He was making good cash. Driving a Ferrari.
Did he ever explain why he was doing it?
No, I'm just because. I mean, it was just Jim. He did some very odd things.
Yeah. He's also having a sale on guns now.
Is he?
Well, if there's paranoia, I know we're moving the conversation. There's a big run on guns now because people are afraid that Obama's going to get in office and all of a sudden there's going to be a ban.
Right.
So Jim's playing off of that.
Oh, well, good for him.
Obama's a gun snatcher. Let me finish with this, and then I'll play you Jim's commercial that's running.
Okay.
All right, you're listening to KC 103, Kansas City's home of the rock. We've got the best alternative rock, Stained, Linkin Park, POD, the best new sounds, Oh, it's the worst, man. It's like, all right. Yeah, well, we're here with funny man David Cross. David, you didn't know it, but you're just in time to help us out with the Friday morning fart song.
Hey. That one turned on me.
How much did you get that far at least?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Is that all of it?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. You're here with the Gator and the Lunatic,
All right, I got it.
Then Jim Pruitt's TV story, if you want to hear it, is 54, and his radio spot that ran before Obama got in office is 55.
All right. This is the
30-round magazine.
This is the piece that ran on the station in Houston.
Yeah.
But Jim already made the New York Times as far as of all the gun stores to talk about or talk to in this country, they picked Jimmy
first
in Houston.
Well, perhaps due to his rich history.
30-round magazine. It fits in like so. And you're ready to rock.
In the last few
Ready to rock?
Yeah, man.
At 7:10.
Good morning.
months, firearms and ammo have been hard to keep in stock at Jim Pruitt's gun store, and in the 8 years his store's been open, last Saturday he hit an all-time sales record. The colorful tickets reveal 31 gun sales in his modest store.
And the only other day we can compare it to is 9/11, when sales were astronomical.
So in a tough economy where consumers are cutting back, what's driving gun sales? Well, fear that President-elect Obama could tighten gun laws.
With the kind of weapons that we have in here, according to Obama, these will be outlawed. AK-47s, AR-15s. Obama has advocated previously a 500% tax on ammunition.
Now, if that's accurate, I can see why there's a run on ammo.
Well, sure.
And I'd had a friend that went to a gun store in Fort Worth about 3 weeks ago, and he told me this before this story aired, that there were already a run on guns. He said he went in there, and they were almost out. All he could get was ammo.
Amazing.
So if he can't just outlaw ammunition, he's going to tax it to a point where the people can't afford it.
So we contacted Barack Obama's campaign to see if these worries are on target. They sent us this statement. Obama has been endorsed by the American Hunters and Shooters Association, believes concealed carry law should be determined by state and local governments, and quotes Obama as saying, "We can work together to enact common sense laws like closing the gun show loophole and improving our background check system so that guns don't fall into the hands of terrorists or criminals."
And I'm not a fan of anti-gun fanatics.
Right.
But I'm all right with all of that.
Well, it sounds reasonable. I mean, he stated what his goal is and a reasonable method of accomplishing it, and he's still saying, regular people can get guns and ammo.
And you leave it up to the state, and if there's some squirrel loophole with gun shows where you can go in and buy a gun and there's no check, there's no paperwork, to me that's iffy.
Yeah, I'm with you.
People are freaking out. They're just saying, well, that's what he's saying now. Wait till he gets in office. I'm going to have my guns just in case.
Whether or not common sense laws restrict sales remains to be seen. In the meantime, Pruitt's still racking up sales.
Coded next seal. Follower $59.95. There's only one.
Eric Barajas, 13 Eyewitness News.
There's only one in the glass case. I got another shipment coming in tomorrow.
Making so much money.
Assuming the plane makes it.
You got to give it to him for marketing. Somebody did send us an email about this. They said, "Boss man, you were talking about the gun laws yesterday, and JD said they would never go door to door and take your guns. Well, in New Orleans, they did just that." And I guess he sent me a news story. Waters were receding across the flood-beaten city.
Hang on. What are you rolling your eyes about, Trey?
Because the story is right after Katrina, when you basically had martial law declared in New Orleans. I mean, look, they were shooting at the rescue people.
That's what I was going to bring up. That was a whole different situation than going door to door nationwide.
Well, the only way that they were able to go door to door is they went to the registered gun owners. Why don't you go to the criminals and ask for theirs first?
No, they'll shoot at us. We've seen them do it.
We can't find them.
But they're never going door to door.
And that in itself is the biggest pisser, is you follow the rules. And the only way that they would know to come get your guns is because I told you I got one.
You have it legally. And Jimmy's TV or the radio spot is 55.
Are we doing club? I got time for this?
Yeah.
Don't leave a minute.
This is Jim Pruitt calling from federal prison. Well, not yet. But come this November, many could be incarcerated if a bunch of naive voters elect misguided anti-gun politicians to office. At Jim Pruitt's Guns and Ammo, applications for the coveted Texas concealed handgun license are up 50%.
And it's still odd for me to hear is a radio guy with a gun store.
Yeah, seems pretty incongruous.
That's just something he loved before, It's an obvious way to make money. Him and Jimmy, or him and whatever the other guy's name was, Mark, parted ways.
Whatever happened? I mean, why did they part ways? What killed their show? The whole federale thing, or
them?
Okay,
they just got old.
They didn't change with the times. Somehow, Bo and Jim, and I don't mean this ugly, have the staying power. They're like broadcast cockroaches. They're able to sustain any type of broadcast blast and still come out.
Stevens and Pruitt did the same bits over and over and over for every year of their career.
Gun sales are through the roof simply because of the kooks who are running for president. You know the ones, wolves in sheep's clothing, who want to disarm you and ultimately dismantle the Second Amendment. I believe the more law-abiding citizens who have...
And you don't know if any of this is accurate, and there wasn't anything in the media that said this is going to be contingent upon any particular candidate getting into office is just selling guns.
Sure.
And obviously it's played out because you get enough people paranoid, then that spreads.
Absolutely.
I called the gun store down there, Everett, and they have a recording on there. Due to the great amount, we don't even answer our phone. Don't even leave us a message. We're busy selling guns. It's great.
I better rush down there now.
Yeah.
The CHL, the harder it'll be to take it away. My next CHL class is Sunday, June 8th. The class is full up fast, so call now, reserve your spot. 832-237-4867. Or easy to remember, 832-237-GUNS.
I'm surprised we haven't heard from Jimmy just because his phone number's run and the website.
Yeah, he's busy selling guns.
4867. Or easy to remember, 832-237-GUNS. Visit us at
1-800, sometimes people need to be shot.
Or on the web.
11,101 Hubmeister, a mile north of 290, on the web, jimpruitt.net. Our weapons specialist will help you find the perfect personal security and home defense solution. Jim Pruitt's Guns and Ammo, where we say, buy 'em cheap, bury 'em deep.
He used to have another rhyme with the word trigger, and they made him take that one off.
I can see that.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
CNN's running a story right now. What is Foley's? Is it Mark Foley?
Yes.
The senator? Congressman?
The congressman.
When they got, was he the same one that got caught in the restroom?
No. I think he was chatting with an underage, I want to say underage boy, but...
Well, what?
It could have been a girl, but I'm pretty sure it was an underage boy.
Let me see what TV is at 3.
Yes.
Internet, I mean, this is not that kind of arrangement. I can't make it sound better, and I'm not going to try by suggesting this is a exchange between two people that was appropriate. I'm not going to try and cover that.
Foley carried on these conversations for months, asking the teens about masturbation, sex, and other details. After his resignation, his attorney announced Foley was gay and alcoholic and also had been arrested by a personal disease. Priest did admit this. Foley did check himself into...
I believe I'd get new legal counsel. Do you have an answer for all that? He's drunk homo. He had access to teenage boys. What do you think he's going to do?
So that's your answer?
He's drunk homo.
Well, quit saying it. Well, he's paying you to make him look good.
He's the one that paid me to talk to you. He's a drunk homo. Man gets drunk, like send homo messages. He said he was wrong.
I'm writing all this down.
He apologized.
It'll be in the paper.
Yeah, he's what?
All what you're saying is going to be in the paper about him being a drunk homo.
Well, you can dress it up if you want.
Why? That's a quote.
Okay.
All right. Well, then you're his counsel.
Yes.
Why don't you make it sound a little nicer?
All right.
He has a drinking issue and possibly in sexual addiction. See how much better that sounds? All right.
Now, I had to hit the delay, but I believe you get the flavor.
I certainly get the flavor of what he likes to do.
Sometimes you get all boozed up and your loins just during fuego. And he just had this affinity for teenage boys.
Yes, I understand that, but
I think he admit later, if I've got the right guy, these they were congressional interns, whatever, pages.
Yes.
I think he said they were all of age. So I didn't really do anything wrong. They're all legal. They're 18. We're just communicating back and forth.
They're under your command. The pages, you're not supposed to be hitting on them. Not to mention, you're a drunk homo.
And his attorney also came out and said, oh, and he was molested by a priest. So it's like, he threw everything out to try to get him off any charge. I'm like, that's not his fault.
Well, if none of the pages were underage, what would the charges be? Short of it's just, obviously, it's probably not prudent.
Yeah, inappropriate contact with.
My client chose poorly.
Yes, he did, clearly, repeatedly.
I told him in the future.
Yes.
Back away from the tank. You can make phone calls.
Okay.
But don't do anything in print.
No print. Okay. And he's what again?
Drunk homo.
All right. Just make sure I get it spelled right.
Well, a lot of times people can't keep their urges down when they get good and drunk. And because he's a homo, he just ran amok.
And I think one of the kids was would have been of age in D.C., but in his home state, he was underage. I think that's what got him.
So was he texting out of state?
Yeah, like IMing over state lines.
Oh. Well, sometimes that'll get you. Got locked up because of the international date line. I'll be good. Ready to go, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 4:30. Dan O'Malley's here with me. Hang on. Is that forever? Is that a ticket? Okay. Go ahead, Leslie.
I received a notice on Monday from Hopkins County for pre-warrant notice, but I never got a ticket there. And I called them. It was some other car. It wasn't my car. It wasn't me.
Have you ever lost your driver's license or had it stolen?
No, and I have my old one from when I renewed, and I have possession of it, and I have my new one, and I just left the DPS, and they said that no one's requested a copy since my last renewal. So I have possession of it, but it wasn't me.
Well, it sounds as though...
Well, hang on. What was the ticket for?
Speeding 91 and a 65.
All right, so they're going to have a citation with somebody's signature on it.
Right.
Have you seen a copy of that?
No, I just found out Monday, and of course everybody was closed yesterday. So they're telling me I can request, but they do not have to grant me a court date because I've already missed my court date, which I knew nothing about.
All right, go ahead, Everett.
You can still post a bond or have a lawyer post an attorney bond on your behalf, which will recall the warrant and then allow you to go to court and figure out what's going on. Russ is right. They're going to have a ticket there with somebody's signature on it, and if it doesn't match up with yours, that's going to be a pretty good indication that, you didn't get the ticket.
And I'd also be curious to... I forget. It's been a while since I got a speeding ticket or any ticket. Does that have your description on the citation?
Yeah, frequently it is, but often that's not sufficient to to make any sort of difference because lots of people are 5'7" or
well, but if she's a 5'11" blonde and it shows that a 4'7" Hispanic man got the ticket, I probably would raise a brow.
Yeah, no, it absolutely would. You're right.
So, but she's going to have to get an attorney and dole out some cash based on something that might be ID theft.
Well, absolutely, and it's unfortunate, but if she doesn't, there's going to be a warrant issued, and she'll end up getting arrested at some point.
Were you ever in Hopkins County?
Yeah, I go there a lot for my in-laws, but I wasn't there then. It was at 11 o'clock on a Monday night, and I was at home. But
do you have any sisters or relatives that you think might use your identity?
That's the exact same thing that the sheriff asked me when I filed the police report, and I do have a sister.
Oh, I hear this a lot, believe it or not, in my practice. I have a lot of people with sisters.
That one almost slid by. How does the scenario work out with all the sisters?
Well, people have sisters that have warrants, and they get pulled over, and they think, well, I certainly don't want to give my identification to the officer because I'll be arrested. So they give someone else.
What do you say? I don't have my driver's license with me, and you give them all the info?
Yeah, give them all the info for your sister. I even had a situation one time.
Hang on a second. Have you asked your sister about this, Leslie?
I've tried calling her, but because that's what the sheriff suggested, but she hasn't called me back. We don't talk that much, right? But we still don't talk. We don't talk a lot.
Does she have any criminal history?
Not that I'm aware of. But she, when it comes to tickets, she is prone to getting tickets. But I know, knowing her, if I ask her, she'll just say no, it wasn't her anyway.
Well, anybody that's going to get a ticket in your name is probably going to lie about it. I mean, the ethical precedent's set.
If I ask her, the chances of her admitting to it are slim to none anyway.
Well, you're also going to have the plate from the car that's going to be on the citation. That's going to have to be some indication that it wasn't you. I mean, granted, anybody could be driving anybody's car, but if you've already challenged this and the plates show that it's your sister and she seems to have an issue with police, they'll probably visit her.
Yeah, that's a felony, by the way. So
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, if you present someone else's information?
Yeah, you can't do that.
Ooh.
She got any money?
No.
Oh.
She has less than I do, and I'm broke.
Yeah, you'll probably be wanting to put in jail then.
Yeah, the plate on the car seems to be the easiest.
Yeah,
way to
I never
check
would have thought about throwing out somebody else's info.
Sure. No, that would be an easy way to track it down. And then if the officer could identify her as the person to whom he gave the ticket, it's pretty much a done deal.
Okay. Line 2 or no? Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Danny.
I got a question for Everett about a ticket. I got a question for you. I got a ticket supposedly in Fort Worth.
Wait a minute. You supposedly got a ticket, or you did get a ticket?
Well, no, I didn't get the ticket. That's the kicker.
Oh.
I was putting in for a job, and I get a company vehicle, so they do a DMV check, of course. And they came back and said I can't get to start the job until I clear this ticket on my record because I'm going to be driving a company vehicle. And I said, well, where was it issued? And they said Fort Worth. So I went down to Fort Worth to get a copy of the supposed ticket I got that I thought, maybe I forgot, but I don't remember getting a ticket. So I went down there, and they gave me, it was a ticket for going 50 and a 35, but there's no signature whatsoever on the ticket. It just has my vehicle information, and it has my last name, but not my legal first name on it, and there's no signature on the ticket. I said, well, if this is a moving violation, aren't you supposed to sign a moving violation ticket?
Well, when you sign a ticket, it's your bond. It's your personal bond and your promise to appear in court. But, and this sounds highly unlikely, but one possibility is that the officer didn't pull you over, got your plate information, and did what's called an at-large filing, in which the citation is levied against you in your absence. Now, they're supposed to...
All right, stop. Make sure I'm up to speed. Cop clocked him speeding, didn't pull him over, got as much information as he could from the plate, and just filed that?
It happens. Infrequently, but it can occur. I think it's a really lame way of going about things because, people don't get noticed. They're supposed to get mailed the ticket, but sometimes you don't always get your mail, and if you don't... All right,
so I got it. What does this guy do?
Well, he needs to get a bond posted. The good news is if his name is incorrect on the ticket, likely when the complaint is drafted, the document that charges him with the offense, so too will it allege his name incorrectly, and a lawyer should be able to get that potentially kicked out of court.
If your name's wrong on the ticket, you're out.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll see what I can do about that. I appreciate your help, sir.
All right. You would think if they clocked you, you'd want some type of proof that all of this actually happened.
Well, it's always based on the officer's testimony, even if you're cited on the roadside.
Well, I know, but at least if you signed the ticket, you prove that you were there.
Well, that's true.
You've got. Seems like you would have a better chance of proving the speeding ticket if you could prove the guy was actually on that road.
Well, absolutely, and you have the issue of identity when you don't actually stop and see the person.
Why would a cop ever do that, Everett? Why would he ever just write a plate down and not stop you?
Maybe because he's busy doing something else. I don't know. He's got somebody else stopped. He clocks you. He gets the plate. Again, it happens very infrequently, but it does occur. And even with more serious offenses, public lewdness, for example, in topless bars, what Vice does sometimes.
That's right. The topless dancers will get within too close to the limit where they can get close to a patron. Vice will issue a warrant. Chick never knows until they get arrested.
Yeah, get pulled over in a routine traffic stop. Don't even know what day it's in reference to, what it is they're alleged to have done. I mean, it's, I think, not a good way to go about things, but it's how it works.
Chicken ass.
Absolutely.
Okay. Ready to start, Dan?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Today is Wednesday, November 12th, 2008. Birthdays today. Anne Hathaway turns 26. She from The Princess Diaries and The Devil Wears Prada. Ryan Gosling from The Notebook turns 28. You ever seen that, Russ?
The what?
The Notebook?
No.
It's basically the mega chick flick of all time now. They actually say if you must see a chick flick with your woman, there's no shame in renting it.
Why are you smiling, Trey?
Because I had to sit through the damn thing.
They actually say there's no shame.
Hang on. Is it bad?
It's actually not that bad. It's got James Garner in it, and it's...
How old is the movie?
A few years. Yeah.
The only movie that I sat through that I didn't want to was It's a bunch of Asian chicks who couldn't stand their life. I can't think of the movie now.
Joy Luck Club.
Those are the bitches.
Why'd you go?
I got dragged into it.
By chick?
Yes. The chick flick. I didn't go because I was feeling special that day. And I'm not sure, but I think the movie was weak.
No.
Yeah.
Weak.
I got dragged to it, too.
The Joy Luck?
Yeah. Made me hungry, though, man. They were cooking up
You are such a freak.
Well, there's a lot of food.
Hang on, what's the Notebook about?
Ask Trey.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, it's about this girl who she's supposed to get married to this, family, well-established, rich guy. She meets this guy on the beach in the summer house. They fall in love, blah, blah, blah. They break up, but then she comes back and, it kind of ends. You leave cliffhanger, then it goes back and forth, present time, past. And then you finally realize at the end that they ended up together, and it's now James Garner's the guy and then some gal, and they're still together, but she's got Alzheimer's. And then they lay on the bed and die together.
It's the way he told it. That makes it so touching.
You sat through that?
Yeah.
Do you lay it afterwards?
Yeah. Okay. I don't need poon that bad. I've sat through the Joy Luck Club.
It's not near that bad.
Anything, I paid my dues.
I can't ever remember sitting through a movie that was a chick flick. Did
you cry at the end?
No.
What was the rest of the thing you were going to read, Dan?
Well, they were going to say it's okay if you actually do let a little tear escape from the corner of your eye. Your woman will be crying so hard to notice anyway, or too hard that she won't even notice. So good times for everybody.
I think the only movie I ever cried at the end of was E.T.
Yeah.
I didn't cry at Old Yeller. The dog had it coming.
Dog did not have it coming.
Oh. Damn thing had rabies.
Everybody cried at Old Yeller.
I didn't.
Everybody.
I cried at the end where E.T. wants Elliot to come with him.
Yeah.
But he can't go.
I cried at
But that Old Yeller had the moosh mouth.
What a great dog. Oh, my God.
He had rabies.
So?
He's going to bite somebody.
Let him die.
Did you cry at Turner and Hooch?
What happened with that?
The dog died.
Tom Hanks. The Mastiff jumps in front of the shotgun safe.
Oh, to protect Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
No. I can't think of many movies I cried at the end of.
Yeah, me either. I don't normally go to those kind of movies.
Yeah, why do you want to cry at a movie? I want to have a good time.
Well, you want to feel touched. You want to feel like there was some type of emotional lesson that was learned. I just didn't get it from Old Yeller. Crazy dog.
I like how JD defends Old Yeller. He doesn't even like dogs that don't have rabies.
I love dogs, and I cried that movie now.
You're putting down perfectly good dogs.
Oh, my God. I never put a dog down in my life, ever. I put a bunny down. That's all I've ever put down, and that bunny was suffering.
Because you ran over it.
Then beat it with a board.
Oh, don't make it sound like this was some type of rescue effort.
It totally was a rescue effort.
There's an ailing bunny on the side of the road. How fortuitous that I got this board to beat it to death with. I left out the part that I ran over it.
The rabbit ran in front of me, and I hit it, and I felt sorry for it. I wasn't going to let it suffer, lay there for hours, and die slowly. So it was horrible. It was
Why didn't you pick it up, take it to a vet?
It could have rabies, all kinds of. It's a wild animal.
Well, he's not going to bite you. You already knocked the damn thing out.
He was still alive and twitching.
It's a bunny.
I know. I didn't want to touch it. It was bleeding.
I don't want to touch it. I'm going to hit it with a board.
Well, it was a very hard decision to make. I could have just kept going.
A decision what? To beat it with?
Well, no, to go ahead and put it out of its misery.
Board, rock, tire iron.
No.
I'll do paper, rock, scissors till I figure it out.
I don't mind. Why did I ever tell you that story? It was an accident. I didn't go out into the woods with my Volkswagen Bug and find a rabbit to run over. He ran in front of me.
It almost sounds like you were pissed off that he wasn't dead after you hit him.
I wasn't pissed.
Now I got to get out. I got to get out the bunny board. I got to work extra time on this.
I was very sad. That was the hardest thing I've ever done, to actually look at the little bunny still alive and bash his little brains in.
Normally, if you're going to tell a story like that, you shouldn't giggle.
I'm not giggling. I just know that sounds funny. I wasn't happy at the time. I didn't go, oh boy, I get to finish him off. I didn't go chase this rabbit down. He ran in front of my car.
So you had it coming.
No, he didn't have it coming. It was just an accident. It happens every day. I got squirrels running up and down my streets. They get run over every single day. I didn't do it. Every day I get to see a dead squirrel.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Also celebrating birthdays today, Tanya Harding turns 38 and his dog ass ugly. Sammy Sosa turns 40. Neil Young is 63 and Al Michaels turns 64.
How we doing, Chloe? Good, then.
God may have rested on the seventh day, but the Reverend Ed Young wants married couples to have sex all week long, once a day, beginning this Sunday.
Why? To bring couples closer together. It's his current direction.
Marketing campaign.
It's not marketing. This
is Ed Young from your church.
Right. Ed Young.
The call to action will headline his sermon that day at Grapevine-based Fellowship Church. In these days of financial crisis, rampant divorce, and debates over same-sex marriage, it's time, he says, to turn the whining into whoopee.
So have sex every day?
For 7 days.
7 days, every day.
With who?
Your wife. You have to be married and you have to be heterosexual.
Oh, no.
What?
He just took all the fun out of it.
No.
Well, it starts out, you have sex every day. Oh, you got to go home.
You got to go home and do it with your wife. I think he goes on to talk about.
Well, just having sex is not going to bond a marriage. It's not going to create. It's not going to undo any problems.
No, it doesn't.
Communication is going to be the key there, not knocking off a piece.
I know, but
especially if it's the same one for 7 days.
He actually says more fundamentally, he adds, the embracing of sex is about nurturing and strengthening marriages. He says sex is like super glue. It's a spiritual thing, an emotional thing, and the marriage thing, he believes, should only involve a man and a woman. Now, Jim Dale of Coppell wrote on the DallasNews.com site, draw them in no matter what or how. Sex, you betcha, that'll pack the pews or theater seats. Dale, author of a book about individual relationships with God, said he has attended Fellowship Church a few times, and he offered some praise. I've got to hand it to them. They're brilliant marketers.
Why wouldn't you push communication?
He does that too. He has many, many sermons on communication.
Think of how many guys stayed with nutty chicks, and they always point back towards the sex. That didn't get anything accomplished. There was no communication. There was no exchange of thoughts. All you were doing is getting some wild poon. God, it makes me horny.
He's talking about healthy, normal relationships. Sometimes people get too busy or too tired to have sex, and it draws you together as a couple. If you go out of your way, set a time, and have sex, at least.
Well, then you're going out of your way, and some people are actually going to be pissed off about it because I've had to stop things just so we could have sex and you feel like you're closer to me.
We're closer. We're bonding. I'm tired tonight. I'm busy, but I still want to have sex with you.
Oh, shit. Man, you was just a plethora of sound bites this week.
Playing a character.
What time are we going to knock this thing out?
Anything out. God. Stop. Don't write that down, Dan. Jesus. So stupid.
Still got that issue with the bacterial?
Any issues at all. Completely clean.
Dude, your puss stinks.
It does not stink. Somebody asked about that, too.
About your puss?
No. Hold on a second. Let me find it. They tuned in the middle of the show, obviously. Hey, Russ. It starts out.
Got it?
I tuned in yesterday after I got off work and heard you and JD arguing about JD's junk and how bad it smells. I know I'm not supposed to believe everything I hear on the show, but what the hell did I miss? And why were you smelling JD's junk?
Because we were having sex.
We were not having sex.
Yeah.
No, we weren't.
And you don't keep your area cleansed.
We were playing...
I even told you, get a handy wipe, rub it around that business.
We were not having sex. We were discussing somebody that you'd had potential sex with.
No?
It stunk, and I was playing her part.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
We were reliving.
We were not reliving. I don't stink.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. I clean very well.
You didn't that day.
Oh, God, we didn't have sex.
Smelled like it'd been in a lockbox out in the sun for a month and a half.
We've never had sex.
Sharing an apartment with a dead jellyfish.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm not getting anywhere near it again unless you run some Lysol around that thing.
That's a deal. Never get near it again, then. That'll be just fine with me.
Well, that's not the way to run a relationship.
Stop it. Oh, my God.
We need a break?
Yes. Thank God.
No. Another bumper. Yeah. That one makes more sense. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. It's that good. The Russ Martin Show.
Who's on the hotline, Alfie?
It's O'Malley.
Why didn't you say something?
You didn't ask?
Ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Traffic right now is brought to us by Don Davis Auto in Dallas. Got a number of problems here. One is 35 northbound at Woodall Rogers. The two left lanes are closed due to a crash. The backup is to Marsalis. And Garland, 635 southbound before Northwest Highway. That accident has actually been cleared, so that's some good news. Traffic is still unwinding to 75. Speaking of 75, two problems there. 75 southbound after Royal Lane, you have an accident blocking the left lane. And 75 northbound at Lover's Lane, you have an accident on the right shoulder. Then over in Grand Prairie, 360 northbound at Post and Paddock, you have an accident blocking the right lane there. And traffic is stacked up to Brown Boulevard. There's your check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Daniel. 59 for the low tonight, going to be 77 tomorrow. And once again, clear, we have 70 degrees even right now at Live 105.3.
Gavin sent me an email. That talk show host at KGO in San Francisco, he got popped.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe, really.
Carell KO'd at KGO following his suspension. Do you know the story, Everett?
I think I heard something about it, but refresh my memory.
Do you really not know?
I really don't know.
No. He was at a station, and they were doing the top of the hour ABC News.
Right.
Comes from the network.
Okay.
Board op left his mic open.
Okay.
I already played this for you. Here's the clip that got him popped.
With only a few days to go before the election, John McCain tells ABC News Radio there's still a lot of work to do.
We're going to campaign hard. We're going to campaign on the differences between myself and Senator Obama. Joe the plumber made it very clear to the people of this country that he wants to, quote, spread the wealth around.
I want motherfucking Joe the plumber
don't want that.
So he got fired.
Following his suspension for a recent accidental F-bomb laden on-air tirade. I don't know why they would, if it actually says accidental, why he would get popped for that. Especially if he's not the one running the console.
That's what I was...
On-air tirade during which he wished death to the infamous Joe the plumber. KGO San Francisco evening and weekend host Charles Carell Booley have been fired from the Citadel News Talker. The talk show host confirms his exit on his website and says a board op running his show, which Carell did mostly from a remote studio in Los Angeles, has also been let go in the aftermath. Carell says the incident was my responsibility, but not my fault.
Well, it makes sense.
KGO management confirmed both exits, but offered no other comment on the personnel matter.
It's not like he said it on the air and meant it. He just got picked up saying something in the studio you shouldn't say. Things happen in this room all the time.
But they don't get on the air.
They don't get on the air. You're right. Now, I still don't understand how it is he heard the word Joe the plumber, but didn't hear the fact that he was on the air. It makes no sense.
Yeah, if you can hear the audio coming through the station and a mic is on, that means you've got to be wearing headphones because the speakers in the studio mute when the mics come on. So you get feedback.
So if his microphone was still on and his headphones were off, he wouldn't have heard the story.
All right, Gavin just sent me I guess it's a podcast or something from his website.
Oh, the guy? Okay.
I don't know if he's actually addressing getting popped or not.
Hi, it's Carell, and I'm coming to you from the set of my new show called thefoodgroup.tv.
Man, I think I'd keep a fire extinguisher someplace close.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
I wasn't emotional until I was on the Gene Burns show just now to say goodbye to KGO's audience.
He's going to cry.
I think so. We're on the verge.
And I just want to say that 960 The Green has already extended a hand in some way. We don't know what way yet. We're just going to be talking. Bill Press is our...
Obviously another station in San Francisco.
Give him a gig, yeah. Well, somebody will pick him up. It wasn't blatant and it was an accident.
Nah, you grab him while the fire's hot.
It's not like this fire's going on anytime soon.
Press has already said I could fill for him again nationally.
Back it up again.
Audience. And I just want to say that 960 The Green has already extended a hand in some way. We don't know what way yet. We're just going to be talking. Bill Press has already...
I mean this in no disparaging way. This man's freaking gay.
Do we know, was he a weekend show or a full-time?
He was full time. It was at least nights. When we looked at his schedule, he was like 6 or 7 days a week.
Well, it's in the story I read. Let me look. Fired from what was in here? Evening and weekend host.
Okay.
So it sounds like he might have just been a fill-in. Like, Mark Davis is off during the week. They get some hack to come in and fill in a show.
Sounds like it.
Let me go back to this thing.
Has already said I could fill for him again nationally. People are reaching out. But I just want to say, this has been a great election, and it's been a great time to be on the radio. And all of my personal stuff, my mom's death and Angel getting sick and all of that, to all my listeners, I
bet he had a cat.
Good call.
And it's been a great time to be on the radio. And all of my personal stuff, my mom's death and Angel getting sick and all of that, to all my listeners, I just want to say, I'm not going anywhere, okay? With the internet and with podcasting and with everything else, I'm going to be right here, okay?
He's already crying, isn't he?
Okay? And then I'm going to be on radio again, and then maybe even TV, and I'm always going to be in print, and so I'm not going anywhere. But I will say, KGO was a unique experience. I loved it very much. And it was my pleasure to be the only openly gay talk show host working in the Bay Area for...
You don't get credit for being openly gay.
I doubt, seriously, he's the only openly gay one in the Bay Area either.
Well, it makes it sound like there's some type of award that goes along with that. you get credit for it if you made no effort to conceal it. This guy had no chance.
I'm going to come out and say it now. It's hard, but I'm gay.
That's another good soundbite. Thank you, John.
I'm so stupid.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm not going anywhere. But I will say, KGO was a unique experience. I loved it very much. And it was my pleasure to be the only openly gay talk show host working in the Bay Area for 6 years. It's an honor that I'll remember for the rest of my life. I'll blog more tomorrow. Thanks.
I'd just like to know. What? Oh, I got to blow to get a job. I might have to look at some more of his stuff. I'll look at it later.
I just don't think they should have fired him.
No, not for that.
No.
I don't even know if his suspension should have come into play. He didn't know he was on the air. The board op is responsible.
Yeah,
especially if the board op was the one that signs the FCC log every day. That means you're in control of the console. You're in control of the station. So you're the one that's going to be ultimately responsible.
I think the station did this to try to maybe stem off the FCC from coming after him.
I would fire the board op. He was the one that had to make the decision. Also, where's the program director?
Yeah. If it's a talk station, there's a delay somewhere. Probably in the PD's office. Should be.
Were you going to say something, Trey?
Well, I was just curious because didn't it say he was broadcasting from a remote studio?
Yeah, in L.A.
Could he have thought that the board op did not have the feed going through to the main studio, and then he thought he could just rant and rave?
I don't understand. Do you think he was off the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the whole issue. I don't think you'd say F Joe the plumber and wish him dead if you knew you were on the air.
I was just curious if that would affect the monitors and whether he thought a mic was up or he thought he could leave his mic up because the feed was cut as far as being on air.
You know what he's asking?
Nope.
We don't get it.
I don't either.
Obviously, who knows what what occurred. He thought he was off the air. He wasn't off the air, and they popped his ass. Then they let him go. Is that what you're waiting on?
Yeah.
What is line one?
He wants to hear something from yesterday.
Yes, Matthew.
Yeah, Russ, I was wondering if you could play Trey's GD from the cannon salute yesterday.
All right, thanks. Dan, did you pull that?
No, but I can go get it real quick if you like.
I'll get it during the next break.
Okay.
We had another 18-gun salute, Everett.
Oh, really?
On Veterans Day.
Well, how nice. How patriotic.
Trey, how do you not foresee any of this? Have we done the cannon thing to him twice?
Yes, at least.
The first time Dan rolled a firework out there, Trey freaked out. I'd freak out. We already had, then the last time we did the 18-gun salute, because we can't get 7 cannons.
Gotcha.
We can only get 6. Chloe let one loose on him.
And then this time.
And then last night, again. So I'm going to ask the same thing I asked yesterday. Really?
I'll tell you exactly what happened. Is, A, I thought all the cannons had gone off. B.
Hold on a second. Dan, how long would it actually take you to pull a clip?
Within 5 minutes.
That's too long. Go ahead.
B, you had Chloe wait a good, 15 seconds. Because I'm congratulating everybody. Said, way to go. Good job, everything.
Pulled it off.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, excellent, way to go. And then boom.
You just start to relax from all the cannon noise. You go, that was perfect.
Well, I think we had even started the end of the show music. Yeah. Trey can hear the station in his headphones.
It's over.
A moment of calm. Nice timing, Chloe.
Thanks. I can't wait to hear it.
All right, Dan, go ahead.
Okay. The Dallas School District is nearly ready to implement a revamped system of financial oversight. So says Superintendent Michael Hinojosa, who met with Dallas business leaders.
Why is he speaking on behalf of the DISD?
I guess because he still thinks he's the main dude and he's good.
I've got the gig.
So he's going to be part of this revamp.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's got to be something else that's come into play that we don't know about. Either there was fraud, something that was hidden from him, so as a result, you wouldn't be responsible.
I'd like to be.
But he's had too many things happen under his administration.
Yeah, and this isn't the only one. This is a good one, don't get me wrong, but this isn't the only problem they've had.
Well, I think they know they're going to have a hard time finding another superintendent.
That doesn't mean you keep the one that screwed everything up.
All right, then who runs things?
What difference does it make?
Go with what Russ said, 5th grader in Plano.
And they always have trouble finding somebody, especially now.
Somebody will take this gig. You got a gig that pays almost $400,000 a year. There'll be some superintendent in this country that thinks I'm the one that can straighten it out. Well, look, Obama ran for president. He thinks he can straighten this mess out. Why wouldn't a superintendent think he could do the same thing?
Because if he's that good, he can probably find another job that pays that well, and you have less of a headache than you are coming to Dallas with this city council, this school board.
Well, the city council isn't that big of an issue anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Now that Mayor Leopard's been in there, things have seemed to... Yeah, you haven't really heard a lot of eruptions from the council meetings.
No. In fact, I only think of one.
What's the rest of the story say now?
Hinojosa met with Dallas business leaders yesterday, briefing them on several facets of the district's financial system, including accounting, planning, and payroll. In September, of course, he revealed a $64 million bookkeeping fiasco that led to massive layoffs. The superintendent has resisted calls for his resignation. After yesterday's 3-hour closed-door meeting with the business leaders, Hinojosa said an overhauled financial system will be ready to be implemented in January.
I would like to talk to you today about accounting. Sit down. Just sit down.
No explanation on how they got to the $65 million loss.
Nope, still haven't gotten that yet.
Man, you had to be getting straight F's in accounting school if you were the accountant on this deal.
Well,
I mean, really.
that's why I think obviously there's something we're not privy to. Otherwise, the school board would have already let him go, so that there might have been fraud someplace in the mix. That if it was fraud and it was hidden from him, then he wouldn't really be liable.
Well, that's true, but it'd be nice to know what the story is. I mean, that's a lot of money.
You'd think by now somebody would have come out and gone, all right, here's why he's still in the office. I'm sure it's crossed your mind. Here's what's going on behind the scenes. We're investigating this, and this.
Yeah, you're right. None of that's come to light.
Yeah. I'm surprised TA hasn't come in and said, you know what, all right, you're not going to get rid of him. Fine, we'd like to take a look because this ain't right.
Who's TA?
TEA, Texas Education.
You left the E out.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You done?
Yep.
All right. Dan.
He set up the Dallas School District with computers, but he wasn't figuring on a conviction for bribery.
We're still talking about Hinojosa?
Nope, different dude.
Oh.
Same school district.
DISD's
shut this bitch down.
I love this story.
DISD's former technology chief, Ruben Bahuchat, was sentenced Wednesday to 11 years in federal prison for taking kickbacks involving DISD computer contracts worth $120 million between 2002 and 2005. There were trips involved, use of his boat, where a lot of the impropriety took place. He could have received a jail sentence of 30 years, but he turned 60 next month. In July, a jury convicted him of multiple counts of bribery, money laundering, obstruction of justice, and making false statements on federal tax returns. Testimony showed that he willingly used his position to help Houston computer salesmen Frankie La Yang Wong obtained DISD contracts in return for cash payments and other favors that went unreported.
Who did you deal with in Houston?
Frankie La Yang Wong.
Obviously part of the good old boy network.
La Yang Wong.
That's the whole story?
Yeah.
Is there anything going on right?
No. No.
You've got the millions of dollars that they can't seem to find. You've got the credit the debit card fraud that they had a few years ago with the ISD. You've got grades being changed. You've got a new curriculum that they want to offer where the students don't really have to turn anything in. Why are you still open? I mean, really, you're supposed to be educators, and it seems like you're going out of your way to do everything but.
No, and Hinojosa sitting right at the top of it going, I still have my job.
I told you I got us into this.
Well, now you did.
I will get us out.
No, you won't.
Who better?
You're not getting us.
I know how we got here. I'll just throw it in reverse.
I'll throw this
button down the street, and we'll go the right way next time.
Oh, my God.
Anybody else is going to have to start from ground zero and figure out what I did. I know what I did.
I'm the only one that can retrace the steps. Oh my God.
I would still think when you've got a job that pays almost $400,000 a year, somebody in the country would take it. I know DISD's had issues before trying to replace superintendents because it's really an environment nobody wants to be in. But there's going to be someone egotistical enough to think they're going to be the one to fix that mess.
I really know.
But the problem is this mess seems to keep getting spread around.
I think it's every day something new and different and just asinine.
Bad. I mean, this is fraud. And
how much did this guy end up making for himself? Does it say?
Oh, I forget what the dollar amount was. I'm not seeing it, but it was.
But he got trips in a boat and some other things.
Yeah, trips, boat, and all that, and then plus he had also it was involving the computer contracts worth $120 million.
Everybody else here is doing it. Just relax.
Yvonne Gonzalez went to prison. Superintendent before last, I think.
For DISD?
Yeah.
I forget, why did she go?
I think she was furnishing her office with DISD funds or something like that. It was some sort of...
Well, it was her DISD office, wasn't it?
Well, it was some sort of taking of DISD funds that wasn't authorized and for which she went
They
to...
wanted her to sit on the carpet?
Well, I think that was excessive, $1,200, King George chairs and weird stuff like that.
Quality stuff costs.
It did her.
We okay, Cliff?
Ready for it.
Go ahead, Dan.
Pilots say except for an onboard fire, airlines.
Stop. Are you guys Dan, are you purposely looking for airline disasters every day? Because it seems like seems to be our timeline.
No, this stuff just happens. I report. You decide.
I've already figured it out.
Okay, then I report. And we
all right, except for a fire, what?
Except for an onboard fire, airliners face few emergencies more critical than losing an engine. JD.
Yes.
The occurrences are rare and decreasing in most airlines.
Rare.
News 8 reviewed a database from the FAA documenting every engine shutdown from the 5 largest airlines since 2005 and discovered 194 in all. Delta had the most with 64.
194 over what period of time?
Since 05.
Of engines that failed.
From the 5 largest airlines.
Don't try and...
Or were shut down. Sometimes they're shut down on precaution. You get a low oil light. You get some kind of light in the cockpit.
All right, you don't get credit because you shut it down before it flamed up on you.
It wasn't going to flame up necessarily. I got a caution light, and the book says I shut it down and we land immediately. Airplane is built to fly on one engine.
So why do they put 2?
Well, because you want redundant backup. The problem is when one engine goes out, you do lose some system.
It doesn't seem to be redundant anymore if you keep having failures.
Well, those 194.
Normally redundant is something you really never plan on using.
And they're going down. The 194 in that length of time.
Over 3 years.
Yeah, that's not that many.
Or actually, it's probably not 3 years. It's 05 to what date? Because I'm sure it didn't come up to November of 08.
It doesn't say... It doesn't say to what date. It said from 2005. So maybe it is to fairly current.
Normally, those are about a year behind just because you've got records that are filed at the end of each fiscal year. So that's probably 2 years that you had. How many engines go bad?
194.
And you've had 6,000 flights a day for all those years. And you had 194 shut down for whatever reason.
These planes really depend on those engines.
Yes, and
and don't point out how safe flying is.
It's very safe.
My engine craps on my truck.
Well,
I can hit the service road.
You don't have 2 engines. That's why. And the part of
I don't need 2 engines. You know why?
Why?
I ain't at 30,000 feet.
Well, that's right. That's why they have 2 engines. And sometimes they shut them down precautionary. And sometimes they have them, and sometimes they quit. A jet engine failure is extremely rare.
It sounds like the U.S. aviation system has turned into a flying hellhouse.
Well, he didn't get all the way. Didn't get all the way to the story about American Airlines. Part of these.
Well, hang on. Finish this story.
Delta had the most with 64, followed by United with 59. Their numbers decreased each year. So did the numbers for Southwest at 17 and Northwest Airlines, who had the lowest of any major carrier with 12. American fell in the middle of the pack with 27, but it was actually the only airline to see an increase in engine shutdowns during flight, including 10 this year. It's more than any other airline and happening mostly in its biggest fleet, the older MD-80s. At least 80% of the problems resulted in an emergency landing. The Allied Pilots Association blames engine failures on the airline for reducing its number of mechanics and taking longer to do routine inspections.
Because there are new contract negotiations right now. They want to make it look like the Airline Pilots Association.
Okay.
What you just said.
Well, we had one of the mechanics call.
You don't know that man's a mechanic.
A month ago, and said, we take a look at the planes. They fly, they fly.
That is not true. Their ass is on the line. They sign for everything they touch on an airplane. So my butt's on the line if that thing gets up near and craps. So no.
I believe if a plane crashes, it's really going to be hard to isolate just one thing that went bad.
No, they can really do. Most of the time they find out exactly what it was. If a single turbine blade flew off, whatever, they'll find out who's the last one to touch that blade.
I didn't look at it.
Okay, your name's on it.
Nope.
Yes, your name is on the sheet.
Mm-mm.
So it's right here, Tom Smith.
Sorry.
It was you. Mm-mm. Yeah, that guy called him, so yeah, if they fly, they fly. He's not a mechanic. Those guys take that very, very seriously.
Didn't the pilots in that story say that's one of the issues is mechanics?
Yes.
They're saying that because they're in the Airline Pilots Association is in negotiations right now, contract negotiations. They want to make it look like the mechanics aren't doing their jobs.
Okay. If you want me as a pilot to fly on your airline, don't tell me that there are issues with your planes and start blaming other people. We can't trust the mechanics. I don't want to fly with you.
Well, also the part of it that story is accurate is the MD-80s are getting older, and American knows that, and they're in the process of changing them out to 737s, newer ones. It just takes a while to retire all the planes. Meanwhile, they're safe.
It sounds like some of the planes are retiring themselves.
Yet, none of these crashed. They all landed. It's an emergency landing. Anytime you lose an engine, it's an emergency landing. Obviously.
You want credit because none of them crashed?
Yes. They're all got down safely. That's the whole idea of having redundant backups. The systems kicked. The systems worked.
You're a fool.
I'm not a fool. I'm telling you how it works. That's why you have 2 engines. And everything's redundant. Everything.
So you still feel safe flying?
If I lost an engine, I would make me nervous on a jet, but I would think we were... It's incredibly rare for both engines to fail on an airplane. I mean, almost, unless it's a fuel issue. Then you're going to have, obviously, both engines. And that's happened.
But if you've got an aging fleet and one engine fails, there's really a good chance, since both engines probably have the same amount of miles on them, the one on the other side is about to S the bed.
Sometimes they don't have the same miles.
I have one engine going out. I'm going to start making laps in that cockpit.
That's why you land immediately. You declare an emergency and you land immediately.
And if you're over the Atlantic Ocean?
They don't really send the MD-80s over the ocean that much because those are international flights. More like a 757 or something like that.
Because they don't trust them.
They are starting to not trust them. You got me on that one. They don't. They admit it's an aging fleet.
The plane may be used as a flotation. Oh, wait, never mind.
No. But
luckily, sometimes dead bodies float up, and you can use those as a flotation.
Just tie your family together and cake.
Is that the whole story?
Yes.
All right. Do we need a break? Yes. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Baby. Y'all fools don't know about how much all this pimping costs. Y'all fools don't know.
We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Y'all fools don't know.
check the audio from the cannons from last night. I didn't realize that didn't sound real.
Why?
Because it sounds fake.
Well, it's not. We know we've all seen it go off and felt it go off.
I'm just talking about on the air. It doesn't. You don't think you can get that kind of noise out of I think it's a 18-inch cannon.
And part of it is when we're in here, too, you can actually feel it and hear it in the room as well as outdoors.
Well, I know it's real because I've seen it. We also set a wall on fire with it. I'm just saying, on the air, it sounds like it's all concocted.
I'd like to hear it.
I looked online. Dan was right. These cannons go for about $550.
Wow.
Barrel length is, by the way, you can buy yours online at the cannonstore.com.
Of course.
It's the only one I recommend.
There's a cannon store.
Specifications. Barrel length is 12 inches. Overall length is 16. 6.5 inches wide. Height is 7 inches. Weight is 15 pounds. And it's set up to fire 10-gauge blank shells, which are $44 a box. Our famous Winchester Model 98 breech-loading cannon was first offered in Winchester's 1903 catalog.
Really?
Cannon is manufactured using the specs from the original Winchester blueprints. The barrel machined from solid round bars mounted on a cast-iron undercarriage that is cast using the original foundry patterns from Winchester's.
What would you do
with California missions?
What? If you didn't have a radio show, what would you do with one of these?
I guess you would use it at
sporting events,
football games, the mascot.
Well, like UT, the Texas Cowboys, which is the group that fires the cannon down there, it basically just has a giant version of this, and it fires 4 10-gauge shells.
The barrel and undercarriage have a durable electro-coated finish, and the breech disclosure is hardened black. Lanyard fired. Chamber for Winchester 10-gauge blanks. Shipping pine Winchester shipping crate.
Very nice.
It comes with a year warranty. What the hell could happen to it?
Solid iron.
All right, here's the audio from last night. You want to hear all of it or just the end, Everett?
I want to hear all of it.
All right. Is everybody where they need to be?
Everybody's where they need to be.
Okay. Now, are you actually going to do the... you going to be in charge of load, reload, and keep everybody synced up? Yes. Okay. How far away are you from the mic?
5 feet.
All right. As long as I can hear the cannons.
Yes. I think you'll be able to hear them.
And again, our 18-gun salute.
Maybe next time. Well, that's 7.
To our military veterans. All right. All right, Trey, anytime. Now, who was that?
There was a car to the building next door. Did
they want something?
No, I think they were just locking their car. I think it was like shift chains and someone was smoking.
Because normally this building, you have a max exodus right before we blow something up. Is somebody in the parking lot? It's where?
The place next door.
Oh, all right. Good.
3, 2, 1. Jeez.
Even with only 6 cannons, that's still impressive.
Amazing.
That's our tribute.
Very nice.
Hold on one moment.
My bad.
Just start to relax. That went off well.
I don't get why every time this has happened, you know something's coming at the end. I almost hate doing this bit over and over because it's too predictable, but I'm addicted. Why wouldn't you just look around and see if all the cannons had fired?
I thought they all had. You get wrapped up in the moment, you know.
And he's controlling it. He figured enough smoke. You figured, okay, that was everything. Sounded like 7.
That just doesn't sound believable.
No, it's just, well, it's like when you broke the window out there. It sounded like we made it up. But we didn't. It really happened.
That one cost me $1,400.
I know.
I don't care who bought that one. Blew up the airbag, went in the airborne, and then came down in Cody's car.
Sounded like it was done on a movie set.
He was so happy about it, too.
Cody?
Yeah, I saw him over the weekend. He was just thrilled that it was you that had blown out his window.
Well,
just see what Russ did to my car?
He was.
Come outside.
Oh, he stuck the pictures on his MySpace page. Guy brought in different pieces of the car that we knocked off, asked me to sign it.
I'm part of the show.
All right. That's our tribute.
Very nice.
Hold on one moment.
My bad.
All right, Dan, go ahead.
Despite the down economy, falling gas prices have driven consumers back to the SUVs they once gave the cold shoulder. Workers at GM's Arlington, Texas SUV assembly plant began working overtime this month.
I believe I touched on that.
Yeah.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Can't believe it's that quick, though.
And they're scheduled to remain on overtime for the rest of the year. The plant, which employs 2,500 workers, is now the only GM factory building full-size SUVs like the Chevrolet Tahoe, GMC Yukon, and Cadillac Escalade.
And I talked to Jeff Corin at D&M, and they've already started, they've seen increase leases on the gas guzzlers.
Well, I'm glad for him, but I just can't believe people think this is really going to stay like this. You know it's not.
You want to get rid of your truck, do it today.
Yeah, you're right. I should take it in. I would like to take it in and see exactly what it's worth versus what it was worth 4 months ago when I tried to sell it.
Nobody would even give you a price then.
The guy laughed at me. He goes, I don't want to insult you, so I'm not going to take your truck in on trade.
And because gas prices have continued to drop, you haven't seen it go up 3 or 4 cents, then back down. It's done nothing but drop. Oil prices, I think, are under $60 a barrel. I don't know how you think that we're past this disaster.
It just happened, and the government fixed it. Now I'm going to go back and get my SUV.
Government didn't have anything to do with this.
I'm just saying the average person's going to think, look, see, we had a little problem, a little bump in the road. Now we're right back where it was supposed to be at $1.96 or whatever.
There are people who think because Obama got elected, or they knew he was going to get elected, this is what he's doing.
Just based on the polls, that's why oil prices have dropped. They dropped because we stopped driving as much.
Yeah. And world demand dropped because it got...
Nobody could afford it.
Yeah, global economic problem.
And now nobody thinks in the terms of $4 a gallon. All you see is $1.93 at racetrack.
Free.
And you think...
It's almost free.
Well, I get sucked into the same thing.
Well, you see...
You get out, you fill up, and you're looking for somebody else's tank to put gas in.
You don't feel as bad driving the big trucks that you and I do, but still, it's coming back, folks. But you're right.
At $1.93 or under $2... There's no anxiety.
Isn't OPEC meeting now, though, to determine how to get the price back up?
Yeah, they're having emergency meetings because world demand has dropped, and they're trying to figure out what to do in their stressful times.
Yeah, they're down to making $10 billion an hour.
It goes back to the petroleum two-step that I've always talked about. We get in a situation, oil prices go up, we panic. Everybody's got to have a hybrid. Everybody wants mass transit. That's the only time that we talk about alternative sources of energy is when we get in that situation. Gas prices drop. Pressure's off. We stop looking at offshore drilling, wind power, solar power. We bail on all of that because now it's going to cost too much to invest in all those different sources. And the guys with the big hairy bellies sit back and laugh.
Didn't T-Bone Pickens just haul off his wind farm now because everybody's relaxed? It's gone. The crisis.
Hang on, T-Bone bailed on this?
T-Boone did.
Whoever.
Why you let me repeat that,
John? When I said it, Trey nodded, so I figured I was right.
Trey was nodding at me because we both were giggling. T-Bone bailed.
Well, now I'm as stupid as he is.
He just repeated it.
Yeah, he started it.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Yes,
contagious ass.
Boone Pickens basically shelved his wind farm plan because he's already lost a couple billion. And he basically seen, demand and interest in his project just take a swan dive.
Well, everybody's screaming, offshore drilling, just do something. Somebody do something. Prices went down. Okay, relax. Deep breath.
It's always right there. I mean, It's beyond obvious, and I don't know why we always just sit back, put everything else on hold, and you wait for the disaster to come back around. You know it's cyclical. You know that we're going to go through this again. You know the motor companies, they were big push. Higher mileage vehicles, hybrids.
That's all you heard.
Electric cars. I don't hear nothing about it now.
That's all you saw on the billboard for this many MPGs, this many miles per gallon. You can go this far in this engine.
Oh, you saw cars like with the shoe polish painted on there for sale. Yeah, it wasn't, how many miles it had on it. It was how many miles per gallon it got. That was the big selling point. And now, And you called this 6 months ago. When Russ, you.
Thank you.
You called this 6 months ago when we're paying $4.50 a gallon, going, as soon as it dropped, everyone's going to forget.
Okay.
Somebody say something?
No, I just said, I remember you doing this back in 2001 or 2, where you talked about the two-step, and the muscle cars come back, and everybody gets, the big tough cars, and then everything cramps, and you go back to the little cars. And we've done this over and over and over.
This is the only part of history that I'll pay attention to, is you can go back and watch time and time of, you had the oil embargoes out of the 70s, the gas lines.
Yes, gas lines.
Reached into the 80s. All of a sudden, I think it's Chrysler redesigns their fleet. They come out with the K cars, which look like Ks.
Yes, they did. I'm just surprised at how quick this has happened. Gas was $4 a gallon. What? A month?
3 months ago.
3 months ago?
We have the attention span of a ferret. I mean, people just don't think.
I guess I just can't believe that we think we're out.
Dan, I know what you're doing. Get off Wiki.
What?
You're looking up ferret spans.
Why you got to kill my fun?
All we can think about is what we see now. You can't. It's hard for me to think about $4 a gallon, even though it wasn't a month or so ago that you were having to eat that.
They're already saying SUVs on sale. Come on out. They're back.
Well, it wasn't a week or two into the lower oil prices, gas prices, that Ford talked about bumping up production and rehiring workers.
Yeah, and I didn't realize this. Their new F-150, they're claiming gets 21 miles a gallon, which for a truck, that is impressive.
It's not bad, but if gas goes back up, and when it goes back up this next time, it ain't going to cap itself at $4 a gallon.
No, you see $6.
They're just testing the waters.
And how can they do that? How can OPEC make that happen again?
They cut back on production.
They cut back on production, and then that makes the prices all go up. Okay. But I'm asking. I don't know. That's why I asked the question.
Supply and demand.
I understand.
There ain't no supply. A lot of demand. But prices go up.
But the demand,
all of a sudden there's a premium on it.
Quit winking at me. But the demand has gone down.
Demand went down when prices went up. Okay. Now prices are down. Demand's going to go up.
And OPEC's about to cut its production probably, I'm going to guess, by at least 1 million barrels a day.
We are so stupid.
They would like to see OPEC would actually like to see oil prices stay around $100 a barrel. That's where they're going to try to push things back. But here's what's going to happen is when this, recession comes, we come out of it and everyone starts spending again, and China and India, their economies improve, you're going to see oil prices shoot through the roof because, you can't just turn the nozzle and just start cranking out more oil. It takes time for
you see the demand, and all of a sudden you've got to ramp up to start feeding that demand.
Right.
What'd you just send me, Dan?
It's the gas price chart. I think initially that just shows the last month or so, but if at the top on the bar there, if you just click on 1 year, we go back 4 months ago into July. Gas prices have come down at least $2 a gallon in 4 months.
Okay, U.S. average, November of 07, gas was around, national average was about $3.13 a gallon. November of this year, $2.17. And it was, what is this?
It's July.
Looks like July it peaked a little over $4 a gallon. Went down a little bit. In September, peaked again, and then just on this line chart, it just dropped.
You just think OPEC would see this coming. They know it's going to happen. Why is it going up and down and up and down? You think they could keep it around
Who gives dogs Peter what OPEC sees? Why is it we don't look at this? All you've got to do is just look at the last 20 years, realize we're about to get fingered in the pee hole again. You've got to keep the emphasis on alternative fuels.
Yeah, we're not going to do it, though. As you said, it's going to be $5-6 a gallon before people start talking about offshore drilling again. And the T-Bone feller, he gets his wind turbines up.
I'm really surprised that Pickens bailed on this. I guess short of the fact that he's losing cash and he doesn't have everybody behind him now.
Yeah, and he needed the government to pony up about $7 billion to create the infrastructure to get the energy from the actual turbines.
And initially the government was interested.
Yes, absolutely. But now,
I got it
weeks later.
I'm looking at the 6-year average.
Yeah.
The last time gas prices were at about where we are now was 4 years ago in 2004.
And I didn't even remember that. When gas got up to $4 a gallon, I couldn't think of what it was a year prior. And that's another problem, is you can't go back and put yourself in the situation, regardless if it was higher or lower. You're thinking, in the moment, $4 a gallon, we're screwed forever.
How long ago?
$2 a gallon, we're saved forever.
It's fine forever. You said that was 04, Dan?
04 gas prices were pretty much what they are right now.
Because that's when I bought my truck, and that's when the BBC came out, actually, to the Ford dealership, and was doing a video piece.
Is that the day you fell off your truck?
Yes, you got to bring that up. God. Anyway, that's the day the BBC came out. They had like a Good Morning America show, and they were doing a thing on Americans buying these ridiculous cars. They said nobody in Europe has a car like this, except maybe stars, the soccer players or whatever. And he said,
especially somebody who can't hang on to their truck.
Well, it was I pulled myself up on it. I had a bad shoulder. That's all.
This man's definitely not an athlete.
Apparently, he's not a soccer player. But I remember them just saying nobody has vehicles like this anywhere.
They've been paying $4 or $5 a gallon.
Yeah, that's what they
for a long time.
So, yeah, are they? And I want a quick answer because I'm done with this. Have they done any other type of exploration with wind, solar, anything else?
No, not really. They do a lot of nuclear. That's their.
Okay, and I'm sure that we're going to back off the nuclear power.
Oh, I'm sure we are.
All right, ready, Dan?
We're already doing it.
All right, let me dig in my ass then. Go ahead.
Janella Spears doesn't think she's a sucker or an easy mark. Besides her work as a nursing administrator, Spears also teaches CPR and is a reverend who has married many couples. She also communicates with lightning-fast sign language with her hearing-impaired husband. So how did this otherwise lucid and intelligent woman end up sending nearly $500,000 to a bunch of con artists running what has to be one of the best-known internet scams in the world? She fell victim to the Nigerian scam, which is familiar to most anyone who has ever had an email account. The email pitch is familiar to most people by now. Long-lost relative or desperate government official in a war-torn country needs to shuffle some funds around, say 10 or 20 million. And if you could just help them out for a bit, you could keep 10, 20, or even 30% for your trouble.
Why would anybody initially buy the Nigerian scam? Are there any parts that are wealthy?
Yeah, I mean, there is a select few that...
Now, if I got emails from people at OPEC wanting to ditch some cash...
That would be the next one.
I would get that one.
Oh, there's a few.
I'd understand that.
But Nigerian, yeah, generally you don't think that...
Well, with OPEC, they've already seen oil prices drop. What are we going to do?
Well, I think they've got enough money. They can move their cash
Well,
around.
I know that they have cash. That's what I'm saying. I normally don't think about Nigeria as having an assload of cash and they want to give it to somebody in this country and always ask me if I Yahoo.
Yeah. It's from a Yahoo account and sent to undisclosed recipients. That's a pretty good clue.
And how did they ferret me out of everybody?
Well, they found you and they know you and they heard about you on the radio and they thought, this is the guy to swap some money with.
All right. Possibly me, but just my mom or anybody else that would get an email. How did they hunt her down?
It's like the lottery. I won. They found me, and they probably asked 5 or 6 people total, and then I'm just one of the lucky ones.
Word gun out.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the story, Dan?
It just gets better. She received just such an email promising her that she'd get $20.5 million if she would only help out a long-lost relative, identified in the email as J.B. Spears, with just a little money up front. Turned out to be a lot of money up front, but it started with just 100. The scammers ran her through the whole program. They even said President Bush and FBI Director Robert Mueller, they spelled it wrong, were in on the deal and needed her help. They sent official-looking documents and certificates from the bank.
How much did she lose?
$500,000.
Good.
Why good? That's terrible. I know, but she's otherwise a smart person. I think she
was it. No, you're not otherwise a smart person. There's no way that you could get an email from somebody promising you millions of dollars and think, I was chosen out of this entire country, and all I got to do is cough up $500,000.
The amount she would get, because she was starting to doubt just a little bit, they told her, they sent her, a guaranteed payment thing from the UN and the Bank of Nigeria. Then the amount she would get jumped up to $26.6 million if she would just send $8,300. So she sent it.
Well, what was the 83 for? S&H?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
So when she finally began to doubt the scam, she got letters from the president of Nigeria, FBI Director Mueller, and President Bush. Terrorists could get the money if she did not help, Bush's letter said. She continued to send the funds. She wiped out her husband's retirement account, mortgaged the house, and took a lien out on the family car. Both were already paid for. For more than 2 years, she sent tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Everyone she knew, including law enforcement officials, her family, and bank officials, told her to stop, that it was all a scam. Yet she
I don't
persisted.
know why her family didn't shut her off from any of the finances. There's got to be some way to lock all that down or duct tape her to something so she can't get back at the computer.
It's probably like gambling. At some point, you're in there so far, and every time I believe they say, well, this is the payment. Just one more, and you get all of it. And every time was the same thing. And it's sort of like gambling. Next thing you know, you're up.
What they should have done, just if she started to get a little weary, send her a check for $3 or $4 grand.
Yeah.
Especially if you know you're going to get $500,000 in the long run.
Feed it back.
Just here's a good faith offering. We had this laying around. Well, you had this just to hold you over until you get your 27 or 8 million.
So I don't have to send anything else?
Not yet.
Oh, good. Then when's my millions coming?
Well, take this green prayer cloth. So what's the end of the story?
Well, she kept sending the money anyway, of course. The scammers kept telling her that the next payment would definitely be the last one, that the big money was inbound. Spears said she became obsessed with getting paid. An undercover investigator who worked on the case said greed helped blind her to the reality of the situation, which he called the worst example of the scam he's ever seen.
Greed's going to be the driving force behind all of it. It's not, you're not going to work with another government just because you want to keep the money out of terrorists' hands. You want to keep it in yours.
You can't believe anybody would ever fall for this. But obviously they do, because
when the Nigerian scam came out, however long ago it was, you had people in corporations that were buying this. And now you throw it back, what's it around, 5-6 years?
Yeah.
You tack that on, and you still are able to pull this off.
And I get them. I still get them every week from somebody. I got one last night.
And now you actually get them because since the Nigerian scam has become so, infamous.
Successful.
Well, that too. Yeah. Now you get them same motive or same modus operandi. And then it's just from a different country. It's like, ooh, Spain needs your cash.
I love Spain.
They're respectable people.
Not all of them. Send some cash.
Goddamn.
Okay. A German school
You're the dildo that sent $100 back to that ministry.
That's different. That's $100 I can afford to lose. And what if it works?
You send them cash for no reason.
It's just the prayer cloth says. You leave it in your wallet for one night, you sleep on it, you put it to your forehead, you put some money in it, and you send it back. You sow the seeds. Are you foolish?
You send them $100.
Yeah. Well, what if it works?
It's not going to work.
You don't know that it's not going to work.
Yeah, I do.
How do you
Why
know?
is it initially? Which side was I on this one?
You said it wasn't a scam. He said it was a scam, and
yeah. What are you, stupid?
No, because I got the cloth and they didn't ask for anything.
All right, you lost $100 somehow.
They didn't ask for it. They just said if you feel the need, God knows what you need, and just write down how much you want and send us back some cash.
Why didn't you send it to Ed Young?
I give that church money every year.
Well, why wouldn't you just give him the $100 instead of the guy that gave you the green prayer cloth?
I'll give that church a lot more than $100. It's just $100 to see if it works. If it comes back to me,
God's going to do something for you.
Yeah.
Now I sound like an evangelist. God's going to do something for you, regardless if you give him or the ministry cash.
No, you got to. Don't you read?
If you got the Jesus in your heart, God already knows it.
I know, but you.
And if you don't have any money, God's not going to want you to put yourself in dire straits, especially handing it to somebody who you don't know what they're going to do with.
He sent me a very nice email. He said he was dreaming and he saw me in bed away.
So you sent him $100 because you got some apostle having wet dreams.
Why? Well, it wasn't a wet dream. He was saying that he saw me being successful.
I think Dan's right. I got boo-boo the fool sending me $100 just on a 2-cent prayer cloth. I'm going to have wet dreams.
Okay, he's going to anoint it and send it back to me.
Well, and here's the other thing,
That's
JD.
when things start really
Obviously,
working.
technically, you are correct. The green prayer cloth of prosperity does work. The only problem is the only person it really, truly works for is Apostle Don Stewart.
Don't know that.
Because he's got the big cloth where he is. And all this cash from people like you. Oh, here's $100. Maybe it'll work.
Maybe it will.
So you think you got to send cash in before the prayer cloth really is going to work. They send you the prayer cloth,
yes,
and then you got to send it back to be activated.
Right, exactly.
You're a dildo.
It's not the Jesus lottery. You don't know that.
To activate your prayer cloth.
Do we need a break?
We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
All right, this last check of traffic is brought to us by Reliant Energy. In Dallas, 35 northbound, the ramp to I-20 westbound. You have a disabled truck, which is actually leaking some type of fluid, and traffic is just only getting around on the left shoulder. So, approach that with, severe caution. In Richardson, 75 southbound at Collins, you have an accident in the carpool lane. That has everyone backed up to Renner. Northbound is also slow from the high 5. And over in Arlington, I-30 westbound after Cooper Street, the two right lanes are closed due to a crash, and the backup is all the way to 360. There's your last check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Daniel. Clear skies tonight, 59 for the overnight low into the mid-70s. Tomorrow, currently, we have 66, live 105.3.
Was it Connecticut that just passed the gay marriage approval?
Yes.
There was I forgot where I heard it, some chick that, there's a soundbite today. Obviously, she was gay. She goes, well, now I can explain to my kids. They couldn't understand why I couldn't get married like other people. It's because you're a bull dyke. How do you think a kid is going to understand two women or two guys being together and really care about the law?
And Everett and I were just talking about this, the protests in California. It was voted on. Get over yourself. Protest all you want. It was a vote. Not like somebody passed a law without asking somebody. And I don't know why the majority of people don't want it.
They keep going after the Mormon church. Like they're protesting them in L.A., they're protesting them in New York.
Who's going after the Mormons?
People think they're very responsible for Proposition
The gays?
8. Yes.
They're going after the Mormons?
Yes.
Okay. I need to know who they is.
Sorry. The people who are mad that Proposition 8 passed, who are homosexuals or people in favor of homosexual marriage.
The drunk homos.
They're having these great people. I have audio of Drew Barrymore right in the middle of the crowd with the PA. It's number 68. And right in the middle of these crowds, they continue today to protest. Like, move. Go to Connecticut. Go somewhere where it is legal.
What cut is it?
68. It's kind of noisy in the beginning.
Okay. Got it.
Be a part of this. So many people that I love
She's not gay.
No, she's just there to support him.
are being affected by this. People who have defined who I am. This cannot happen. We have to change this. This is so wrong. With all my heart, I could not feel more passionate about this and honored to be in your presence, and I will fight with you.
I don't believe you're going to intimidate too many people.
Woo!
Yeah,
He's going to fight with us. Woo!
Well, you've got a group like that. Really doesn't come off as threatening.
No, that's scary.
Now, if the Black Panthers decided to protest Prop 8,
whoa,
you might actually have a chance at overturning that.
The fact is, it went to a vote. Get over it.
I don't understand why the focus either way. Well, if you're gay and you're together, who cares if you're married or not? And what do I care if they get married? I mean, really, why focus on all of those things when I got other things closer to the top of my list that I'm really more concerned about? And whether a couple of drunk homos get married doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother you. For whatever reason, it's a big deal to them.
Well, a lot of religious people think that, it should only be between a man and a woman, and to somehow allow gays to marry sullies what we hold dear.
Well, then you don't have a lot of confidence in your own faith.
Well, I agree.
It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change the way. If you already think that gays are eternally damned, just because society said they could get married doesn't change any biblical prophecies.
Well, that's right. And you can have the right to look at it however you see fit. If you're part of the religious right and are married, to a man and a woman, and you don't like the idea that gays are married, so what? Roll with it.
I think it's against well said.
Walk it off, bitch. What, Trey?
They think it's against God's law. I
got that. It's against nature because there really is no way to keep things going if everybody turned queer.
Well, Small.
That's not a dispersion on gay people. It's just they're not doing anything to help us with people.
And you're not going to stop them from having sex or living together. What's the difference?
Because you don't want, church people, the leaders of the church think you have to protest this because
you
cannot
can protest
redefine.
it, but it's not going to change anything. If you think that they're eternally damned, just sit back and laugh because you know that they're going to burn forever.
It's not about eternal damnation. It's about...
That's why they call them flamers.
No, I don't think that's it.
What?
It's about one of the most...
Actually, I think it is.
It's not.
It makes sense.
No, I'm serious.
If you're destined for eternal damnation, you're going to burn in hell forever. That's got to be where the term flamer came from.
I just thought it was because they all have a little bit of a flair to them.
No.
It's because they're going to burn in hell? Are you serious, Dan? Are you making that up?
Normally things with flair don't always burst into flames.
Well, I know, but flamer, I guess. Maybe. I've never thought of it that way.
That's why I'm running this thing.
I understand.
What were you saying, Trey?
Well, people think that marriage is one of the most sacred things you do before God, and if you allow...
I already understand that. We've said it 8 times. What are you telling me that's going to be different?
That's why they're... you saying, well, who cares? But that's why they care is they don't want to be part of...
You're not part of it.
Well, if you don't...
You don't have to let them get married in your church. As a religion, you don't have to embrace the gay community. It doesn't make any difference to me legally if they could be married or not. That's a civil union. Does it really have to have a ceremony to go along with it? There again, I don't want 2 guys getting married. So I can argue both sides. I must be bi.
And they can still get civil unions.
Well, I think a big issue, too, is the insurance angle to all of this. Because, if you don't allow gays and lesbians to get married, then you don't have the sorts of benefits that are afforded to...
CBS gives it to them. Jagger and his love man, they're on the same insurance policy.
But those are choices made by corporations and not as a result of a marriage relationship, which without the existence of, you can't count on if you're in a gay or lesbian relationship. Roll with it.
Don't want to take any of those, Alfie?
Line 1's a good place to start. Line 2, though, is another good one.
I go to 2, then. Yes, Jim.
Yes, I heard you were talking about the Mormons. They've been pretty busy this year. They are now taking upon themselves to go ahead and baptize Jewish Holocaust victims, which in essence would remove the victims from...
You know what he's talking about?
Yeah, there's a big stink. And they've been doing this for years. This is that if you were Mormon, but you have some kind of Jewish ancestry, especially if you were in the Holocaust, they're going back and quote-unquote baptizing that person so they can go to heaven, and they're not Jewish.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a nice loophole. Okay. Yes, Jeremy. Jeremy. Everybody turn down their radio for a second because I'm going to speak loudly. Jeremy! I wonder who he's talking to.
Yes, Jeremy.
Oh, here he comes. Dude, don't talk to the dash. Is he talking to me?
Jeremy.
I thought I hung up. Bastards. I go ahead and finish that. All right. Why is that funny 20 seconds later?
I don't know. It sure was. Funny both times.
Hey, that's me.
Maybe yelled at him.
Rolling Stone recently conducted a poll to come up with a list of the 100 greatest singers of the rock era. They surveyed 179 people, including musicians, producers, their own Rolling Stone editors, and other music industry insiders. The complete list, along with commentaries by the artists, will be featured in this week's issue of Rolling Stone, which comes out on newsstands Friday. Here we have the top 10. Would you like to guess, Russ?
Blow Monkeys.
Oh, dear God.
No, they did not make the top 10.
Of all time, the Blow Monkeys? No.
You're not digging my scene?
No, I'm not digging your scene at all.
100 greatest singers of the rock era.
Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Dear God.
No.
Charlie Dore.
Charlie Dore. Pilot of the airwaves. One song.
Maybe I'm being misleading. It says rock era, but don't think rock and roll.
Okay. Bernie Higgins.
Oh, my God.
No.
Wall of Voodoo. Taco.
No.
Give me the category again. Maybe I ain't vibing on this.
100 greatest singers of the rock era.
Dead-Eye Dick.
No.
JJ Fad. Jump in the Saddle Band.
Not even close.
The Vapors.
No.
I'm out.
Think big.
What did I just throw out?
You threw out the Curly Shuffle guys. Oh, my God.
Rick Dees.
No. Just stop. Rick Dees.
Aretha Franklin.
Number 1.
Thank you.
Oh.
What do you got, 10?
Yes, I have the top 10.
Yeah. More black people on there?
Indeed.
All right. I can't think of no black people.
Oh, come on.
Somebody from the soul era?
Yes.
Who did Midnight Hour? Wilson Pickett?
He did not make the top 10.
You don't want to go back and check again for Taco?
You know, I really went over that 3 times just in case.
All right, be screwy about it. What's at 10?
Number 10 is James Brown. Number 9, Stevie Wonder.
What about Falco?
No Falco.
No. Falco.
Rock Me on the Dais?
Okay.
Number 8, Otis Redding. 7, Bob Dylan.
What?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
That makes me nauseous.
Yeah, stop right there.
I didn't even want to say that one. That's just not
Well,
fair.
hang on.
Otis
If
Redding.
Bob Dylan is on there, they put Tom Petty as well?
No, but you're right. If they actually put Bob Dylan, you would think Petty would be in there somewhere.
I got a thing from...
Yeah, well, Everett, you'd probably know better than anybody in the room. What is supposed to be the magic of Bob Dylan? Short of his writing, which I still don't get a lot of it.
I couldn't tell you, aside from maybe the feeling that his songs evoked back in the 60s, the folk and groovy.
They didn't make any sense. What's Rainy Day Women 25 to 54? What was that?
Well, if you're hopped up on acid, it makes sense, I suppose.
And the people that seem to gather around, what were we talking about? Bob Dylan. Also lean towards Neil Young.
Yeah.
Joan Baez.
Both of them can't sing.
Well, they have the same. Neil Young, Heart of Gold. I can't stand to listen to any of that. How'd you end up with a band, let alone a hit, and on this top 10 list? Are you sure the Blow Monkeys aren't there?
They are not. They are not. I'm sorry.
Well, Taco got screwed.
I got an email from Sirius Satellite Radio today. Good news. Breaking news. New channel lineup. Bob Dylan has his own channel. What? Doing what? I gotta, it starts next Monday. I don't have to tune it in. Can you imagine a channel with nothing but Dylan?
Can you actually block a channel on your satellite?
I may throw it out the window.
I don't think he didn't have enough songs.
I had no idea. Good.
You can forget about hits. You're going to have to play his entire discography just to be able to fill up a day's worth of programming.
I bet they'll end up throwing in, like interview things and different pieces of crap like that.
That's not new. The only reason it's new to Sirius is because it was on XM.
Oh, they're redoing the schedule.
Oh, so Sirius stole it.
That may be why their stock's down to 29 cents.
Yeah.
All right, go Dan.
Number 6. The rest of these you'll feel better about. Number 6, Marvin Gaye. Number 5, John Lennon.
I didn't like John Lennon.
Number 4, Sam Cooke.
Okay.
I liked him. Number 3, Elvis Presley. Number 2, Ray Charles. And you already mentioned number 1, the one and only Aretha Franklin.
I don't know why you wouldn't stick Elvis at the top of the list. That seemed like more of a soul-oriented top 10 list, and just to balance it out, they threw Bob Dylan in there. he's like the sorbet of music. Kind of cleanse the palate and to move on. What, Trey?
With that list, I would think Diana Ross would have been on there.
There are a lot of people that should have. Yeah, sure, Taco didn't make it.
Taco didn't make the top 10, but you know what? It's the 100 greatest, so maybe Taco's in there somewhere. Just not the top 10.
Well, and it's so subjective. I mean, who decides between number 52 and number 69?
Rolling Stone.
Oh, okay.
And the 179 people they asked.
Okay. And no Jump in the Saddle Band.
No, the Curly Shuffle didn't make the top 100.
And you know why?
Why?
Because they didn't go with the Shemp Shuffle.
Because there's no such song, because Shemp sucked.
They didn't make the list.
Well, there's not even a song for Shemp. He doesn't even have a song. Ooh, I'm Shemp. Look at me.
And speaking of that, Dan has another story about the Three Stooges.
What about them?
Years ago, there was a plan for the Farrelly brothers to churn out a movie featuring a new present-day version of the Three Stooges, but it ended up on the back burner. Now, MGM says it's back on and due to be in theaters next Thanksgiving. Peter Farrelly says it takes place in present day, and they look, dress, and sound exactly like the Stooges.
I can already fathom where this is going. And Everett, I don't want anything out of you.
When the economy started turning, we felt like the world could use a Stooges slapfest. There's no word yet on casting, but the Farrellys say they want to have an American Idol type search for the new Curly.
Yes.
Not Shemp.
It's the Farrelly brothers.
It's Curly. It's not Shemp. Everybody knows, even the Farrelly brothers know, that Curly is the far superior stooge to your Shemp.
Curly only got the gig because Shemp left. He was tired of being shot at by the manager.
Not only was he untalented, he was a wuss.
What'd you say?
He was a wuss. Shemp. You hear yourself? Well, that's all he did. That was his whole shtick.
If you'll notice, when Shemp came back, there were a lot more lines that went to him that Curly never could do because all he had was...
No, he had whoop, 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 whoop. Shemp was...
I don't care if we got a break or not. Load something up.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
What is it, Chloe?
It's so obvious.
Just to prove it to you by making the sounds? Really?
Well, it's so painfully obvious.
What is?
Curly's superiority as a stooge. Everybody knows it. The Farrelly brothers know it.
You watch 6 hours of a knife show. I'm not going to take any information from you and throw any credibility to it.
They're very high-quality knives.
How many do you own?
Only 163. Well, I got
You can't stab yourself with one of them?
Well, I only paid $159, a price point of just a hair over $1 a knife.
All right, so you got almost 200 knives at home, and you really think that I'm going to put any value in your opinion?
Well, I'm giving you one for Christmas. Again.
All right, try it again.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We don't know what's next, but we do know it'll be good. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Why'd you pull these clips?
It's just various clips of sportscasters.
I know what it is. Did you just get them offline?
Yeah. Well, actually, I got them online. They're just funniest thing that happened on live TV.
All right. Well, I can see the draw. So there's really no tie into this. You're just dicking around on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking for a segue. Screwed up. Berman meltdown. Chris Berman?
Yes.
Do any of these have any words?
I've bleeped them.
Okay.
This one, actually, the Berman one, is actually fairly impressive because ABC Disney has tried ever since this first happened to keep it off the internet, but people keep reposting it.
Wow. How long ago did this happen?
I don't remember.
All right. When I'm doing TV and I got 18... Who's he talking to?
He's talking to the staff. He does a Monday night halftime special.
All right, so he thinks this is off the air.
Right.
When I'm doing TV and I got 18... God damn it. Can't everybody stop for 10 minutes? I mean, everybody seems that that's the only... Everybody can we stick... Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not that much to ask. Is that when everybody has to move when I'm trying to concentrate? Gee.
He's screaming at his crew?
Yes.
That's not the way that you build a relationship.
Can you imagine screaming at somebody on your staff, though, just for distracting you? Maybe just looking through a sack or something. You screamed at them. No,
for 6 years.
I'd scream at you for 6 years.
Off and on.
Well, sometimes I'm reminded of the incident.
Ask. Is that when everybody has to move when I'm trying to concentrate? Jesus.
And you guys thought I was a pain.
Wow. Who was that?
I don't know who that is.
Doesn't matter then.
I mean, that's so rude. I can't believe it. It's so goddamn rude. Just, why does everyone all of a sudden have...
What do you got to focus on? You read off a teleprompter.
People moving behind in the camera is distracting if you move and you're looking at
He's
that
not
way.
on the air.
I know, but obviously he was. Probably when it happened.
But he doesn't know he's on the air.
No.
So why would it be distracting if you're really not performing at that point in time? You're reading off a teleprompter. You don't throw anything else out. You're on cable.
to move. Had 2 fucking hours to move around. Wait 10 minutes. Jesus. I'm sorry to explode my guy, but it's like no one's ever worked on...
Well, and here's the difference between me and Berman and Bill O'Reilly is people already know I'm a dick. These guys try and come off as pleasant and enjoyable on the air.
That is true. You do show it all live right here on the radio. You share with everybody.
Thank you.
It's not a compliment.
Oh.
TV here before? Jesus. Junking under the... What the f*** do they think I'm doing?
And this fit is totally based on the fact that they're moving equipment around.
Yes.
During a break.
I think maybe they were moving it on when he was on live, and then this is after he's done it, and he's just having a meltdown.
Why not just have a meeting? Chastise everybody out in open.
Oh, my God, I'm getting weak.
I actually can't believe what I just saw.
Not now.
It's like no one here has worked on TV before. I hear a dial tone.
Maybe that's your career.
Dialing out.
And there were 7 people, though. I mean, Jesus. We need to use the studio for 15 fucking minutes. Just everybody, you know.
What's that?
Is that all of it? Yeah. I don't know who Jim Everett is. This next clip.
He is a former NFL quarterback, and this is an interview with Jim Rome, who does a sports show. And
I figure that since these are all sportscasters.
He's known to be very antagonistic, and he always had a hard-on for Everett, but instead of Jim Everett, he would call him Chris Everett, the female tennis player.
Got it.
So now they're one-on-one live on the show.
Sacks I have that we came back and won.
Oh, I've heard this clip before.
How many sacks did you have?
How many game?
Jim Everett tells Rome, so you call me Chris Everett again, we'll beat your ass.
Really?
And I think Rome gets his ass beat.
Is it live on TV?
Mm-hmm. How many sacks?
Well, see, but this was back in 1989.
Oh, that was
see,
about
you may have even been Jim Everett back there, but somewhere along the way, Jim, you ceased being Jim and you became Chris.
Well, let me tell you a little secret. That, you know, we're sitting here right now, and if you guys want to take a station break, you can. But if you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time...
I already did it twice.
You call it one more time, we better take a station break.
Well, it's a 5-minute segment, or 5-segment show. We got a long way to go.
Well, we do.
We got a long way to go.
We do.
I'll get a couple segments out of you before.
Well, it's good to be here with you, though.
Well, it's good to see you,
because
too.
you've been talking like this behind my back for a long time.
But now I said it right here.
Right, exactly.
Well, we got no problem with that.
I think that you probably...
I don't know why this scares me.
Yeah, is this guy the sportscaster?
I think small? I'm thinking of a conversation between me and Ludwig.
Oh, you would never do this to his face. You do it behind his back.
I've called him a knuckle dragger in the studio.
Yeah, but you're relatively safe in here. He's not going to do anything on that.
Well, it's good to be here with you, though.
Well, it's good to see you,
because
too.
you've been talking like this behind my back for a long time.
But now I said it right here.
Right, exactly.
Well, we got no problem with that.
I think that you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
What did he do?
He came through the table.
Why do you want to do that to somebody that big?
In their studio, they were up on like a platform stage thing, sitting around almost like a coffee table.
2 chairs, table in the middle, and the Jim Everett guy goes flying over the coffee table.
And then Jim Rome goes flying off of the stage. And then he goes into off camera.
Well, he already told you what he was going to do. Why you'd say it? With the guy right there. What an idiot. Plus, you're looking for this footage to be on the internet forever.
Well, you can't jump on somebody's ass because they called you Chris Everett.
I think you can.
Yeah.
How much of a beating did he endure?
I don't know. That's where the clip ends, and I never saw a news story afterwards. I don't know if Rome filed charges or if there was a disposition.
He got slapped around, but then the stagehands got Jim Everett off.
Did they finish the segment?
I don't think so.
He got bitch slapped.
Did he?
Yeah. Call me Chris again.
All right, Chris. All right, sportscaster forgets his polygrip. I'm going to guess it's old guy.
Yeah.
His teeth come out?
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Opening 59 years ago today. A great ride in the summertime. All right, let's go to the videotape.
Seen a bug zapper?
That's just old footage.
Time. All right, let's go to the videotape. The feature ace race. Here we go.
They actually show his teeth coming out?
Uh-huh. Feature ace race. Here we go. Tape. The feature ace race. Here we go.
Third, 16th to the finish.
Well, I'll tell you in a minute.
16th to the finish.
Well, I'll tell you in a minute.
Wire to wire.
Here we go. You ready? Henley, wire to wire by 7, $4.20. Bulls lead by 5 in the...
They come back out?
I can't remember.
Rather, Jazz by 5.
No. Let's see. Marino has a fit?
Yeah, this is on it's on a cable NFL show, and he can't get his line.
All right.
Broncos because of Brian Griese. He's the number 1 rated quarterback, and there's a good reason why.
I talked to my man Terrell Buckley last week in Miami. He was on a bye week, by the way, playing golf. He told me that defense is
Jesus. And of course, he scares the piss out of everyone around him.
Why?
Because Marino's a pretty big guy, and he bangs on that desk hard.
All right. I know what this next one is. It just says Namath drunk.
That anyone else has watched Chad play.
Talking to a female sportscaster.
Susie Colbert.
It's halftime at something. Super Bowl?
No, just a Monday night football game.
All right.
Excuse me, the same thing impresses them. He's a quality, classy quarterback that has a touch on the football. He's not a thrower, he's a passer. His mind is ahead.
Back in my day, I was...
What? You were what?
I was a pass.
You were a pass.
They called me Broadway Joe.
I know they did.
You want to go on the street?
No! Of what the defense is, and if the Jets can support him, they will win the championship.
Hold your 1 second for this one.
Pennington draw play to Curtis Martin.
They stop for a quick play.
Joe, it's been a tough season for Jet fans.
And a tough interview.
What does it mean to you now when the team is struggling?
I want to kiss you. I couldn't care less about the team struggling.
You got it again.
I want to kiss you. I couldn't care less about the team struggling. What we know is we can...
The team is struggling.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm struggling with a raging bone.
Chad Pennington, our quarterback, missed the first part of the season.
Does he do anything else here?
Yeah, I believe he keeps...
Going at her?
Yeah.
Struggled. We're looking to next season. We're looking to make a noise now, and I want to kiss you.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah!
Huge compliment.
You know what?
Joe Namath, part of the 4-decade team. We'll see these guys at halftime.
All right. Thank you, Susie.
Joe's just a happy guy.
Isn't he?
He's just a happy guy.
I want to kiss you. Would you like to do a 3-way with me and Pat Summerall?
No. Oh, I think you're drunk.
I think he ended up in rehab over that.
Yeah.
Why?
Listen to it. He's trying
drinking football games.
Well, not in try to kiss the sideline host.
All right. What is this one? Can't say Russian names.
That's a long one.
All right. I say something gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Well, it's like a pass that needs to be caught. Yeah, you can't use your shoulder to catch a football. You
Do I know who that was?
No, just a couple of guys calling a college football game.
All right. Is that pretty much all of them?
Yeah, I think so.
What's that one you sent me, Dan, that I put on my flash drive about the guy who talks about his ass? 47 is the cut.
Oh, I saw that a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
That's not worth listening to. All right. How are we doing, Chloe?
Quick break for Mike.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Call an ambulance, please. Call an ambulance, please. Call an ambulance, please. Call an ambulance, please.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Call an ambulance, please. Call an ambulance, please.
Contenders come and go, but there's only one afternoon champ. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right. What else we got before we go?
Alrighty. A German schoolboy was blown out of his toilet and through a window when the bathroom exploded into a fireball after he sparked a lighter just moments after spraying the room with air freshener. The toilet turned into an orange fireball when Dennis Bueller, who's 13, began playing with a lighter after he sprayed the downstairs bathroom in his home. He said, I sprayed the toilet because it smelled. Then I began fiddling with a lighter my dad left in there, and suddenly there was this big orange whoosh of flame. I woke up outside with my clothes burned off and smelling like barbecue.
Did it say how far it threw him?
It didn't say exactly how far, but, you know, out the window is pretty solid.
Stinks in here. My bed.
Ow! Solid.
Pretty outdoors.
The best bowel movement ever. I just would have loved to have been walking by. You just see a bubble calm down. What? I just love to have been walking by, like walking the dog on the sidewalk, where you see this orange whoosh, and some 13-year-old flying out with no pants.
Something you don't see every day.
That boy got blown up.
What'd you do?
Take a big. Don't do it again.
Dropping off some grenades at the lake.
Oh, got a live one.
My instinct says we should leave, but obviously I don't listen to me.
Okay,
what else you got?
One. Well, a man goes into the batting cage in Florida. An employee, for some reason, told him to go and pick up the balls after the light had gone off and the pitches were complete. Nothing out of the ordinary. I've done it myself. Randomly, though, the machine spit out a 60-mile-per-hour pitch that drilled this man right in the nuts. He was hospitalized a few days later. Eventually, 19-year-old Livon Philippe sued and was awarded $1.2 million.
I believe if I get hit the balls at 60 miles an hour, I'm going to ask for a few more dollars than that.
Probably a ton of cash just to get it in the nuts. It didn't kill him.
This is stupid. Stupid.
Why?
If you've ever gone to batting cages on a regular basis, it happens. You just get hit. Not always in the nuts.
That story's stupid, but the kid getting blown out of the crapper through the window, that one seems to make sense to you.
No, the lawsuit was stupid. They're both funny, but the lawsuit's stupid.
Is he sterile now or anything like that?
It doesn't say. It didn't say what is, the extent of his injuries, but since it doesn't say that, then I assume he just got racked really badly, and he had an owie for a few days.
Which goes back and emphasizes my position.
What?
Of the batter is defensive.
Oh, God. No.
The pitcher's
This guy got hit by a ball, which could happen at a baseball game, and he got over $1 million. Defensive.
It was in a batting cage. It wasn't in a game.
It was a ball that was hurled at him. And he got cash for it, which means the batter is on defense. He's protecting his home because you got some hoodlum throwing things at him, and your partner's right behind me, and he's wearing a mask.
Oh, my God. No.
In this case, I have to disagree with you.
Why?
Because he left the sanctity of his home and approached.
But they told him to go out there.
Well, the band did.
It's not necessarily where he went that he got cash for it. It's the fact that he was on defense. He's defending himself. But you got somebody throwing things at you 60, 100 miles an hour. No. You're in a defensive mode.
No, you're not supposed to get hit. That was an accident. You're supposed to hit the ball and score. That's your offense. Score. Offense. Score.
You want to go through the scenario that we've talked about many times?
No.
Chloe, give me something to throw.
Oh, my God.
Let me hit you with it.
No.
Then tell me how you feel.
Matters on defense.
All right. Anything else?
Toilet blowing up in a minute.
Well, we should have stopped there. I knew I blew it. All right, go ahead.
For more information on the Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and so much more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any question you may ever have about this lovely program, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, johndavidryan.com, danO'Malley.com, djclo.net, and treytrenholm.com. To reach Everett Newton, the rock and roll attorney and supporter of Curly, call his office at 214-823-LAWS or his website, dallasattorney.com. The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, majesticliquors.com.
Everett, don't nod at me like that's some type of validation.
Okay, you want to do a quick rundown? Curly.
Dead. Go ahead, Dan.
The official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
You can now listen to the Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.
Chip has no shuffle. Curly has a song. Chip has no song. Curly is going to be in the movie that's coming out.
The Russ Martin Show rocks the Metroplex.